the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Welcome to the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish.
You hear that music from the Dawn, Quad City's own the Dawn band? Makes you feel like dancing, doesn't it?
Everything makes me feel like dancing, like Leo Slayer. Yeah. I want to dance the night away.
Let's focus more on the Dawn, who do our intro music for us. Thanks to the Dawn.
I love them too, yeah.
Yeah, and this music makes you feel like dancing. And they're from the Quad Cities, and we've got Dorf from the Quad Cities, and we're going to get into that more. Because this weekend, we've got Dancing with the QC Stars.
And Dorf, you're a QC star, buddy.
Unfortunately, I am.
Yeah, and
you sound so excited.
I'll be QC Fuel here in about 24 hours.
Can't wait to get into that more. But welcome, everybody, to the show. We're Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Yeah, here on ESPN 93.5, like I was saying, we're in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And we're rocking and rolling. We don't have Serge yet. He's running behind. I don't know what's going on with Serge. That's okay.
Life.
You know what? I think Serge wanted to listen to us on the radio.
Oh, that's what it is.
I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I listened to, so Pat and Merrick were on Dwyer Michaels this morning. Talking about the Wildwood Saloon, going up there for Hawkamania 7. They did a good job. I listened to him this morning.
Yeah, we got our friends from Landjet are going to give us a ride up there on Saturday. So once again, if you're out there, if you're a professional and you're looking for any sort of transportation to and fro so you can get work done instead of sitting in the car and wasting 2.5 hours on a ride to Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Chicago, what have you, get a hold of Landjet. They'll take care of you. They take care of the ride. You can sit back, make your phone calls, do all your computer work. It's a very comfortable ride, right, Jay?
Absolutely.
They got a desk. They got all kinds of things to charge any sort of device that you might bring with you. I mean, it was great, that trip we took up to Cedar Falls. So this will be a little quicker one to Iowa City, but it'll be fun. Hopefully we get the same driver. He was real cool.
Yeah, he was great. And just like you said, it's not just a thing of where, us ding-dongs in a car going to do a live event.
Yeah, this is for executives.
It is.
It really is. It's for people that, listen, you know.
They got Wi-Fi in there. They've got, you can,
we have so many, Fortune 500 companies in this general area between Hahn, John Deere, just to name a few, Musco Lighting, whatever. If you guys are out there, if you're listening to the show, I hope you are, get a hold of Landjet. We need some sort of transportation. I'll tell you what, great company to work with. So great
also
guys.
Want to remind everybody, there's so much going on this weekend, and after the break, we're going to get into the Dance with the QC Stars, but we've got the Acer Invitational going on down at Paradigm.
You and I will be going down to that in the afternoon on Saturday.
No, we're going in the morning at 10. We leave at 2 to go to Iowa City on our Landjet.
10 is an afternoon to me, Jay. As early as a guy like I get up, I'm up and rolling, man.
Yeah?
I do more before 7:30 than most people do all day.
Really?
Ask Amy. She'll tell you.
All right.
She'll tell you I'm a liar.
And then real quick before we get into our guests here, the other breaking news is not only do we cover professional wrestling with our mobile Sling studio, we're going to do streamline our first high school wrestling meet a week from tonight.
Up in DeWitt, correct?
Up in Central DeWitt. It will be Central DeWitt in a double duel versus Marion and Dyersville Beckman.
Nice.
So they were nice enough to reach out to me yesterday and offered something about a VIP situation to do a meet, and I think it was to kind of cover it, so we talked about it. And I reached out back to them, said if they would be interested if we could streamline and call it. I know the Bettner Mayor, Bob Gallagher, is going to be calling the meet with me. So
nice.
Yeah, so we'll be up there. So that's good
news.
news.
I'll just be up there running the sling.
Yeah. Right. So we'll be that's big news. So anybody out there, these are the type of things we can do to, we really want to spread the message about our local high school kids, and they get the exposure out there as well.
Well, I think we want to spread anything local, really.
Yeah, of course.
In the end, I wish, Dorf, that we could actually be there filming your thing.
Oh, that would have been cool.
No, that's cool for high school students. They know they're streaming live on Facebook and all that stuff.
Well, the way
this thing's so new, we don't even know what we're going to be able to do.
Families that can't make it. And stuff
yeah.
Like that,
Yeah, exactly. The ones out of town and everything. But yeah, what about? Do you know? Anyway, Dorf's in the studio with us. Dorf was on when we were on the podcast. Brian Dorfeld
Yeah,
He's a Davenport West grad.
He's a hockey expert, right?
He's our hockey guy.
I can be your hockey guy.
He's
yeah.
he's a
It's not a good year for me.
he's familiar with the slopes.
Yeah, he's a skier too, right?
No, he's a snowboarder.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Golfer.
I knew you were too cool to
I'm
be
more
a
of
skier.
a spectator these days.
He is a good golfer. I know he's a good golfer.
Yes.
Can you beat your old man at golf, though? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so Dorf, what did you think about the match?
Oh man, the match we bought it down at the Mound.
Uh-huh.
It was worth.
Oh,
it.
and he's the
It's-
manager of the Mound, by the way. I mentioned that.
Thank you. We bought it. We had a really good turnout. Unfortunately, the fourth quarter of the Iowa game took about an hour and a half, so it kind of dragged into the pre-match of all the commentating. You're kind of asking for a lot when you're looking for highlights out of two guys only playing 18 holes.
Right.
I think there's a lot of pressure there. There's not a whole lot of pressure on those
Well,
guys.
everybody thought there was going to be more trash talking.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's really not golf.
like you gotta need more someone like John Daly or someone that's kind of more of like
A drunk.
someone that can that's someone that's gonna entertain the not so much a golf fan.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what
the
I'm
two
saying?
of them still have an image to uphold.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to be.
And they don't want to lose.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely
it's
not.
like-
So they're trying to concentrate
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, if those guys both go out there and shoot one under par, it's really not going to be that.
Were you
that
surprised
fun.
that Phil won? I kinda was.
It could have came down. I mean,
Yeah.
Vegas didn't have anything like a blowout. I mean, I think Tiger was only like minus 140. I think
Right.
Phil was like plus 120. So, and it's a Vegas style golf course. It's pretty wide. To those guys, it's pretty simple.
Right.
So there's nothing out there that's too tough.
It would have been fun to. I mean, it would have been fun to be there. I think.
I wish they would have been in the same golf cart. It would have been one. It wouldn't have taken so long, and two, they would have been right by each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should have been in a golf cart.
Who would you rather? I mean, not rather. Who else would you like to see do something like this?
I know Pat Perez he was one of the commentators. He's kind of more of a funnier guy on PGA. He actually shout out John Daly saying, "Hey, let's do this." And
Okay.
that would be pretty funny. Those two guys are pretty hilarious PGA guys.
You've seen how John Daly's lended himself to Golden Tee, haven't you?
Yeah.
And there's a shot of him on the course getting ready to putt, and he's smoking on a heater.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
He's
just
the
it's
man.
classic,
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he's just John Daly's your
There's an
Just
Instagram
your-
video of him out there right now, and
Yeah.
he's shirtless with a Diet Coke, and he's using like the roller to roll the greens in the morning, like a landscaper would do. He's just out there smoking a cigarette, no shirt on.
yeah. He's
pretty funny.
great.
He's a
He
big
doesn't
guy.
care. It's good stuff.
So, are they going to do it again though? I thought I read that this is a three.
I would assume so. Yeah.
So, do you think Tiger laid off to make it the big comeback? Did you see yesterday? He said he was exhausted from the Ryder Cup.
I did not.
That
see
took a lot out of him.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Well, that
That guy's exhausted. If I was in shape like that guy, watch out.
Yeah.
I'd be running to the
I
studio.
will
every
say
day.
right now, both those guys, for how old they are, their game is pretty on point.
Oh yeah.
I would say their season, the season to come, could be still the next few years could still be a Tiger and Phil kind of PGA Tour, which is pretty impressive with being in their mid 40s, and now like the average golfer is 25, and they're in the gym, they're conditioned.
yeah.
So
You think
these guys are doing a pretty good
you
job.
think
of
Tiger
keeping
has
up
a-
with the
has a-
youth of golf?
You think
Yeah.
Tiger has a major in him,
Yeah,
I think so, too.
Yeah,
especially after
I think
that?
the British was a sign that he's still around.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. I'm
and he knows
excited.
he knows Augusta better than anyone in
Oh
golf.
yeah. I mean,
So.
they changed Augusta because of him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I like to point out to everybody.
Mhm.
He would have dominated Augusta for how many years? He would have so many more green jackets. They changed the course because they didn't like the fact that he just wrecked it.
Right.
And that's
And I think
basically
even technology's kind of changed because he had such an advantage of his strength back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, to where they had to eventually make the sport like, all right, this can't just be a one-man sport for forever.
yeah.
So.
No, they knew it. And welcome to
Hi,
the
Serge.
studio, Sergi Surge, Stat Cat.
Oh, hey, guys.
How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Did you like the house cleaning we did out there?
Sure did.
We're getting stuff ready, man.
All right.
We're gonna have a call screener soon.
Oh, yeah? Who's that going to be?
Could be Dancing with the Dwarf.
Yeah.
We don't know. We gotta
I didn't even recognize him.
find somebody
I know,
else
it's
that
like-
has nothing to do in the middle of the day.
So I was thinking about like wrestling, like I'm not supposed to wear my hat tomorrow. I have not worn a hat in like a year, so it's like wrestling, like maybe like you're a pound too heavy the
Yeah.
day before, so you gotta like hit the treadmill or hit like the sweat box. I'm like, all right, I gotta not wear a hat for a few days to get ready.
Are you gonna
to
go
take
get
all the
are you gonna go
negative
get a
comments.
haircut and beforehand?
I'm gonna go
or-
see Hank tomorrow morning, and
All
maybe
right.
he's got
Boy.
some spray or a wig I can put on. Or maybe you can just go dance
do
for
like
me.
You cut it short when and like I did, and then you just kind of push it all to the
We gotta
center.
just say, we just gotta save it.
Yeah, just do what you can, man.
Yeah.
It sucks, dude.
Nah, it'll be fun. It'll be good, man.
Of all the things, they can land a guy on the moon, but they can't fix my baldness. I grow more hair on my damn nose. Than I
We
grow
landed
off
on the moon?
I think so. I guess we just landed on Mars, too, apparently. But no, can T-Roy stop growing hair on his back and put some on his head? No, not going to happen.
All right, well, let's take a quick break and come back, and we'll talk Dancing with the Dwarf.
Right. Yeah, I know. Speaking of that, Jay, locals love us. You think there's something in there for, like, hair growth? There has to be, right?
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out. I'm going to pick up my Locals Love Us guide, and I'm going to just skim right through that table of contents and find what I'm looking for. Hair growth. There it is. Or I can go to localsloveus.com, click Quad Cities, and browse my favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. So don't forget to use our friends from Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local, only on your Quad Cities, ESPN 93.5.
Winter sports teams at Augustana College are beginning to see their seasons heat up. This Wednesday, it's a men's and women's basketball doubleheader. The women tangle with Wisconsin Whitewater and the men Wisconsin Stevens Point. The women tip off at 5, followed by the men at 7 at the Carver Center. Thursday night, the Carver floor welcomes the wrestling squad with a double duel. The Vikings face Central College at 6:30 and then Simpson at 8. For more information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
At a time of personal loss, we each express our feeling in our own way. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory recognize that no one service is right for everyone. That's why we offer various options for the most appropriate service, the most fitting farewell, and personalized attention to detail. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
Get bent this holiday season with Bent River Brewing Company in Moline and Rock Island. Enjoy some of your favorite brews like Jingle Java and Haze for the Holidays IPA. Plus, pick up some new Bent River merchandise for that hard-to-shop-for craft beer fan this Christmas. Enjoy the best craft beer in the Midwest like the one and only Uncommon Stout. Book your holiday gathering today or have them cater your next event. Get bent this holiday season at Bent River Brewing Company, Moline, and Rock Island.
Log on to ESPN935.com/O'Reilly Big Boy Toys to get tips on how to winterize your big boy toys. Your boat, your ATV, lawnmower, they all worked hard this summer. So before you put them away this winter, make sure you're doing everything you need to do so they start right up in the spring. For more tips, check out ESPN935.com/O'Reilly Big Boy Toys. This auto tip was brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restoration is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows, All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company to make the process quick and easy. The insurance company have people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. When storm damage hits, think All Major Restorations. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Storm damage estimates are always free. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities. 563-322-0060.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, Fish Dad!
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
In the Hassel Palace here from Done Right Satellite and Dish. We're back with Dancing with the Dwarf. My new thing. I'm loving it. I'm loving it all day. think I got the cameras fixed for a while, so we'll go with that.
All right, so we're in studio here with Dorf. All right, this weekend, let's figure this out exactly how this is working. All right, there's Dancing with the QC Stars, and then there's
QC Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
So there's an event tonight, and it's down at the aisle at the waterfront.
Okay.
These are more like professional dancers. These people know what they're doing.
Okay.
I think it's kind of they're both charity events. They both kind of have the same kind of feel, judging, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of like a shake-off, like a martini shake-off style event. But tomorrow, there's about a dozen of us. 12 of us don't know how to dance. The other 12 really know how to dance.
So who was your trainer?
So the guy's name's Johnny. He runs this event. He did the one of organizing all the people. And then the girl I'm dancing with tomorrow, her name's Anya.
So you and Anya practice together quite a bit.
Yeah. So we do it once a week for the last 6 weeks.
So is Anya pretty darn good, I take it?
A lot. Yeah, she's going to save my butt tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're about to say a lot good.
A lot good. A lot gooder than I am.
A lot gooder.
Okay, let's go through this whole process here. All right.
Yeah.
So somebody, they nominate you? Did you
Yeah,
reach out,
how
or did
do
you
they
nominate
approach you?
yourself?
So I was just playing golf in the middle of summer, and Travis Berger, who bartender down at Kilkenny's, so he was in the last one, and it's basically just like a domino effect. That's how they don't have to worry about going out and getting people. So when I get done tomorrow, so people need to be nice to me tomorrow night because I could nominate you to do the next one.
Did I tell you how good looking you are?
So
Did I tell you how good
I want to
looking
hear all these comments because anyone making fun of my hairline, I'll be nominating you tomorrow night when I get done.
Would you like some salsa and some
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah,
for our
I
friends
thank you
from
for
Snoopy?
providing
From
snacks.
Snoops, yeah, we'll talk about that
Snoops.
too. Yeah.
But yeah, so once I'm done tomorrow, I will be able to nominate someone, and Travis nominated me. And since it's for a good cause, and I get to do it for a charity for my own self, and you don't say no to something like that. So
if you win,
everyone just goes out and sells tickets.
I got you.
And then I get a percentage of my ticket sales back, and I'm going to donate it to Jefferson Elementary. They've got a program that's looking for like hats and gloves and jackets for kids that maybe have like
That's
brothers
great.
and sisters that don't have stuff going in the winter. And I know I talked to the principal, and I know they could use the money. And also it's also towards the Lupus Foundation of America.
Mhm.
That's what the organization is ran through for our main event. So.
All right, so you get nominated. It's for charity. You can't say no. Oh, poor guy. All right,
And
yeah,
honestly, it's
not a poor thing.
became fun.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
at
of
first,
course it is.
First
Yeah.
learning to dance. I mean, I haven't danced in 30 years, but the first couple weeks is like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare.
All right,
but
so-
these guys are good at like not like, if you don't know how to dance, they're not gonna like kill you with this routine. So,
Yeah. All right. So, well, do you feel like you know how to dance?
Well, then they told me that the first place gets a trip to Cancun. So I was like, all right. So I mean, I've been kind of Kevin Bacon in my butt.
Absolutely.
Well, we do have a question out there in the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment thread here from brother-in-law Josh Miller. So your dance instructor's named Johnny. Did he used to teach at a resort in the Catskills? Does he sing "She's Like the Wind" when you dance? Does he make sure that no one puts you in a corner?
Well, all you gotta do is pay $60 tomorrow night and come find out.
Oh, lover boy!
So you're still selling tickets?
So yeah, so cash ticket sales are done, but you can go to Dancing with the QC Stars and make sure when you go to Google, there'll be 2 events that pop up. There is one tonight. You want to make sure you go to the one that's tomorrow night. It's $30 for general admission. It's $60 for a VIP ticket that gets you a free hosted cocktail hour before, and it's out at Jumers tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The event starts at 7:30. I went to the one this past summer with Travis. It's a pretty good time. There's good food. It's like I said, it's like going to Martini Shake Off, but just without an abundance amount of alcohol.
Can I suggest someone to nominate?
Yeah.
I mean, guys, what do you think?
Money?
Yep.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's got to be money.
There's a lot of good options.
Can I just put money, and money?
Dude,
done.
All right. So
you're welcome, J Money.
Sorry, bud.
So it's a competition.
He's gonna kill
He's
you.
so
When it
nice,
get-
dude.
I know the competition, and the winner gets a trip to Cancun.
Yeah.
So are you looking at this like? Are you not? Have you been keeping your routine a secret? Have you guys been? Do people know who
we
you're?
dance in front of, like, so we all meet like once a week within like a certain time frame, and we just dance in front of each other, and we go in for like half hour, 45
okay.
minutes. So I mean, and they don't try to like sandbag it towards like, this one chick's gonna win or this one guy's better than everyone else. So it also comes down, it's like 50-50. So it comes down to half the tickets that you sell,
Yeah.
and half your scoring. So it's like, you could be super popular and sell a lot of tickets and not be a good dancer, and you might still come out ahead. Or you could be a really good dancer, but you don't sell a lot of tickets. So they try to make it fair.
I see how that
Who,
works.
who do you think?
Because there's some girls there that are the celebrities that these girls can dance. And I'm like, all right, well, this girl's going to blow me out of the water. But I sold like 60 tickets. So.
Okay.
Like who? Yeah, who was your competition? Who are you going?
Yeah,
up
who's
against?
what's the
Yeah,
lineup?
like
I can't find the lineup.
There's 2 people from KWQC, Ashley Worthman, Allison Fair. She's a dancer tomorrow.
I've worked with both of them.
Yeah. Names are kind of drawing a blank, but the faces you'll recognize. The faces
I got it.
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah. You can find it on Facebook.
Yeah, are these celebrity dancers? Why
Is it
aren't you
Paula
on there?
Sands?
Because you're probably on the wrong one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm not on the wrong one. Yeah, maybe I am. Yeah, I am. All right. So what song are you dancing to?
2 songs. One is Burn Up the Dance Floor, and then we all dance to Celebrate by Pitbull.
So you have like a
Pitbull again.
Yeah. Well, they always do that song. I guess that's like the same introduction.
So you guys have a whole like flash mob. You guys are all dancing together.
Well, like they do an introduction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just like giving this whole show away, man.
No.
Just
But the thing is, people
but,
want to know.
So when you go in, like we do an introduction, and this is just making me sound so manly here. We go in and they play Pitbull. We go in, we do a little 30-second skit, me and my partner, and then we wave to the crowd and we go off, and then about 45 minutes later, I'll come out and we do our nasty routine. It's dirty.
Have you?
I like it.
Does it? Yeah. Have you been doing cardio to keep up with this?
No,
Yeah, that's
not
why
at
you
all.
can't nominate T-Ray.
No.
I'll have a heart attack right
Yeah.
there on the floor, dude.
Yeah.
I can move for a big guy though.
I haven't.
not long.
I haven't tried to get ahead of myself as far as like really get into it. But the last couple of weeks, I mean, it's just knowing enough to where I don't embarrass myself, I guess.
I think you're gonna do fine.
I
man.
think I'll be all right.
I think you got the moves, dude. You look like you got the moves.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
I'm envisioning like every time I've watched like the TV version of Dancing with the Stars.
So all the dances that are tomorrow, are from the show.
Okay.
So I could post a link tomorrow or tonight of the dance I'm doing that's from the actual show. I mean, I'm not this guy that's 6'5", jacked out of his mind with his shirt off tomorrow, but I'll be doing the same moves.
See, I would be like trying to do like Emmett Smith's moves. I think I can imitate him a little bit, and he won. But these dancers, like the dancers on that show, man, they are like some of the hottest women on planet Earth.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm envisioning.
There'll be some good looking dancers tomorrow, and then me.
Are you? What you got? Do you have like sequins? What do you wear?
No, fortunately, I
Dude,
got in there time enough.
Freddie
to say,
Mercury
like, hey,
onesie?
would you, so I thought about going Freddie style with a mustache tomorrow, but
do it.
A lot of the girls, like,
Please.
they have to wear what this guy wants them to wear.
Uh-huh.
Like the girls look really good tomorrow. And I said, hey, I'm already kind of getting up in front of a big crowd. Can I wear what I'm comfortable wearing? I don't really have the figure like some of these girls in this do. So I'm like, I'm not going to wear some leotard tomorrow. I'm going to wear what I want to wear.
It's like Umbros in a bound shirt. Yeah, you said I could be comfortable.
Is that a dip? You have a dip in?
Yeah.
Umbros. Yeah.
No,
Skull Bandit, bro.
I think it's neat. The best part about it is just the 6 weeks and how you can just tell by the way you're talking about it. It has become a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has.
And
Yeah.
it's great that you're doing it for charity and also for lupus and everything. I think it's fantastic. I've never been to one of these things, so I mean I know about it or whatever. But
I was super glad of how many tickets I sold. So everyone that bought tickets for me and everyone that bought tickets for everyone else, thank you so much. You're supporting a good cause, not only just for the main foundation, but to every person that's dancing, they have their own charity of their choice.
Yeah.
That I know a good chunk of change is going to go back towards.
If there's still
so like basically everything gets grouped together and everybody gets a little bit to go to their thing, but it all goes. The main thing is just everybody helping each other.
Yep.
People helping people. It's powerful stuff.
And then if they buy the tickets, can they choose your link or is it?
So if you buy them online, there's a spot in the bottom of the website that says like I'm purchasing tickets for Brian Dorfeld or for Allison Fair. And then when I give you my tickets as well, like the individual, when you go there at the end of the event, we all have our own little face and little like box. You put your ticket in, and that goes towards your vote for me. So you could even buy a ticket from me, but then let's say you want to vote for Allison instead, you could drop your ticket in Allison's. I mean, it'd kind of be a jerk move, but
hey, feel free.
But no, it's just that way it keps it fair.
So that's Friday night.
Yes, tomorrow night. So yeah.
What's going on with you over there?
Well, I might want to go.
Okay.
Come on out. You could buy tickets out there.
Yeah. You know.
What time is the event?
So, like I said, if you buy a VIP ticket, that's a $60 ticket. You get a free hosted beer and wine. I think they have appetizers and all that from 6 to 7:30. Doors will open at 7 o'clock for the general public to come in for the general
down
mission.
at the.
It's at Jumers. Tonight the event.
Jumers on a Rock.
Yeah, the Jumers Casino.
All right.
Tonight there's an event down at the waterfront, but that's not the one I'm in.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So you're thinking about who judges it?
So they actually have a judge from the actual show.
Mhm.
I can't remember her name. It's a nightmare to pronounce. A guy from Circa, what's the
Circa 21?
Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there's like I think the other lady's a like professional ice skater.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's
Dorothy Hamill? Sweet.
Sure. Let's just
Ooh.
sell that. Let's just false promote that.
There's nothing wrong
No,
with
it's
that.
not that. Yeah.
No, it would be cool, like, or whoever like won the previous year gets to be a guest judge or something. I don't know. But I
think
guess
they did that a couple.
Sounds
I
like
think
the
when- I think
Martina
when-
Shayka.
I know Kelly Cruz from Stockade. She's won this before.
Okay.
I know Amy Appleby won the last one. There's been a lot of people, like Steph Lang from Kilkenny's has been in it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
You know the history of this pretty well.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
I
you're-
got nominated.
Yeah,
I was like a closet fan.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
Yeah,
you know you want to be in this.
Yeah.
How did I feel like Andy got nominated. He made his wife do it, right? Is that what happened?
Probably. I
Andy,
can see that,
see
yeah,
Andy totally
yeah.
pulling a move like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't realize that I didn't like. I remember I was playing on a deer run, and my phone rang, and it was this Johnny guy. He's like, "Hey, like, when can I meet you?" I was like, "Who is this?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Dancing with the Stars." I'm like, "Travis Berger, you jerk!" And I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess they called Krista Oldham as well, but I guess she said no, Krista.
Oh,
Yeah.
C-Ray. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
How'd she get away with that?
She can't dance anyway.
So
I've
I
seen
guess
her
you get to
moves.
nominate 3 people, and they hope to
Right.
get one of them out of the 3. Well, when they called me, I guess I was just kind of short on the phone, and I didn't realize that I had the option to opt out, which I wouldn't have, Krista.
Right.
But
C-Ray.
yeah. But I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go money. So,
Dude.
I'll need his full name and phone number before I leave. the
Jason
studio
Wade
today.
Smith.
Boy.
Oh,
There's only 2 of them in the country.
yes. The other one's in New York. Yeah, we know
We'll
this
get
the
it.
hard way.
Jay,
Oh,
do we have
yeah.
any odds on this yet?
Well, I need the full list.
Of course.
I need the full list. Can
All
you
right.
look that up for me,
I sure
everybody
can.
that's
Yep, I
there?
got
And
you.
then
I can
I'm,
find that for you.
I'm telling you right
I'll
now.
put my
the-
money on Dorf, man.
Yeah,
because
he's-
if we're renaming the event "Dancing with the Dorf." They're gonna make a title
Spoil
because
it.
he's gonna dance a perfect score.
Spoiler
Bang.
alert: he's probably going to be a heavy favorite. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we gotta do some. We gotta put some odds here. What there, you need to. You can help me too when you get everybody in there. But we'll put some odds out there. Real quick, while you're looking that up, I have to ask how the Blackhawks doing.
Not good.
Oh boy.
Oh, really bad.
They fired the coach.
Yeah.
That was a wild.
And that was I
Yeah.
mean, going into that. I mean, I kind of feel bad they kind of threw him in a situation like that because they were already on a whole defensive recreating. I mean, their goaltenders were struggling. I mean, Crawford's getting older. Ward just hasn't been playing very well. We're healthy. I mean, we got a healthy squad, but we're just kind of getting these guys are getting kind of older. Our defensive back guys, they're getting slower. The game's getting fast. The game's getting
Right.
so fast. I mean, even though my team's not playing very well, I thought last year the playoffs were really fun to watch. There's 13, 15 teams this year that are good, that are fun to watch. So come playoff time, start watching the hockey.
We kind of adopted Vegas as our team.
Yeah,
Being
I think-
non-hockey guys. Do
yeah.
you think Vegas has a chance to get back to it?
I mean, they smoked us the other night, but
8-3.
Yeah, but I don't think Vegas is gonna be another playoff team this year.
13, 12, and 1 right now. Vegas is.
So Dorf, if you have to make a call right
I
now,
take 13, 12, and 1 right now.
who's your prediction
So
for
going-
matchup for the champion for the Stanley Cup and who wins it?
So going into the season, I was hoping for the Sharks and Toronto Maple Leafs. But right now, I think I'm going to say Tampa Bay Lightning. And I want to see Minnesota Wild. I want to see the Minnesota Wild get past that first round.
Okay.
I won't
Yeah.
say the Blues. I want to see the Blues do it, but there's just some people out there that I just not going to give that credit towards. And
Yeah,
they're not
like-
playing very well.
like
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah. And, yeah, I like Alex.
Oh, I do
But,
too.
sorry,
That
sorry
hair.
Scott.
He looks like Charlie Manson with that new hairdo.
Yeah.
Maybe we should jump ship from the Golden Knights and jump on the Minnesota Wild.
Get on a Wild Wagon.
I like the Wild
they're a
Wagon.
Good squad, man.
I had my time with the Wild.
Did you?
Yep.
They're just always that. They're always that
Well,
wild
Serge got free
card. They always
shots.
get in
For
there.
3 weeks back in November, about 12 years ago.
All right, let's do it. Let's jump. We're on the Wild. We're on
All
the
right,
Wild
we're
Wagon.
jumping ship. Sorry, Vegas.
Yeah.
Gotta go up to Boston's up in Minneapolis and Maple Grove.
All right.
Let's take the Sling Studio with it.
Free shots every time the Wild score.
We got to take a break. Dorf, thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming
yeah,
on.
brother.
Appreciate
Thanks a
it.
lot,
Good
guys.
luck
Tomorrow
this
night.
weekend.
Thank you.
We'll try to get some odds out there, but thank you so much for coming on and doing this for a great cause and raising the money that you have. That's fantastic. Everybody that's dancing with the QC Stars, it's tomorrow night at Dreamers Casino, 7 o'clock.
7:30, the General
7:30,
Public.
yep.
Yep.
And go out there, buy a ticket, and you can also get a VIP ticket. Put Dorf's name down and vote for Dorf if you go.
Please,
All
thank
right.
you.
I'm putting the link here in the comments. Go ahead and click on that link, and then All you have to do is click over to the right to the menu, and then it takes you to a ticket screen.
Yep, you're on the
you
right
guys
side.
can go from there. So
there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Front
Thanks,
Street
guys.
Brewery
Thanks for the
is the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa. It's nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi River at downtown 208 East River Drive in Davenport. They've been there since 1992. They have a bunch of great beers on tap, such as the Davenport Gold, a satisfying American ale, the Wise Guy, their take on an instantly recognizable German wheat, or the Raging River, an English-inspired American IPA. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. We're calling all bars and restaurants to make sure you get hold of your local distributor and put some Front Street on your tap lines or in your beer cooler. Once again, that's Front Street Brewery, 208 East River Drive, or the tap room in the Freight House Complex.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart.
You. Looking to score that perfect Christmas gift?
Touchdown Wheelers, and what a catch!
The Quad City Steam Wheelers indoor football season starts in February. Experience the fun and excitement of all 7 home games for as little as $70. The Wheelers are in the IFL, which means the return of old rivals like the Iowa Barnstormers and the Green Bay Blizzard. As a holiday bonus, the first 100 new orders will receive a free autographed game ball. Call the Tax Slayer box office at 309-764-2000 or visit SteamWheelersFootball.com. Get bent this holiday season with Bent River Brewing Company in Moline and Rock Island. Enjoy some of your favorite brews like Jingle Java and Haze for the Holidays IPA. Plus, pick up some new Bent River merchandise for that hard-to-shop-for craft beer fan this Christmas. Enjoy the best craft beer in the Midwest like the one and only Uncommon Stout. Book your holiday gathering today or have them cater your next event. Get bent this holiday season at Bent River Brewing Company, Moline and Rock Island.
Amazing deals are going on now during Menards Christmas home and gift sale. Stop by Menards Automotive section today and save on car care products and vehicle accessories. Get a DieHard fully automatic battery charger with scrolling digital display. It works on both 6-volt and 12-volt batteries. Pick it up today for just $34.99 during Menards Christmas home and gift sale. Sale price is good through December 1st. Plus, give the perfect gift this Christmas with the Menards gift card.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Winter sports teams at Augustana College are beginning to see their seasons heat up. This Wednesday, it's a men's and women's basketball doubleheader. The women tangle with Wisconsin Whitewater and the men Wisconsin Stevens Point. The women tip off at 5, followed by the men at 7 at the Carver Center. Thursday night, the Carver floor welcomes the wrestling squad with a double duel. The Vikings face Central College at 6:30 and then Simpson at 8. For more information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
It's our first annual diamond sale going on now at Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry. Everything in the store is on sale. We're talking huge savings, up to 50% off.
Engagement rings starting at $349. Diamond necklaces starting at $89. Diamond earrings starting at $99. And come in for a chance to win a diamond necklace.
Visit us this Friday and Saturday during Christmas in the Village and receive a free gift with any purchase at Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry, home of the new Wow Factor, 2115 East 12th Street in the Village of East Davenport.
Wow. Due to construction, Lou Jack's Used Car Center has moved across the street. Now located between Lou Jack Honda and Lou Jack Hyundai. Find the Quad City's best selection of used cars. Just announced. Make no payments till March 2019. Keep your money for the holidays. Buy now and make no payments until March 2019. Plus guaranteed credit approval for everyone. Lou Jack's Used Car Center Construction Sale. Located between Lou Jack Honda and Lou Jack Hyundai. Online at loujack.com. With approved credit on select pre-owned models. Interest may accrue from time of delivery.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
That's right. It's still Rocky Month here in the Hassel Palace. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. Welcome back to Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 93.5.
So that Joker, Klinger, leaves this on right in front of me where I walk in and I have to look at this.
What?
It says this. I'm not even giving it a site. Oh, it's all right. It's the Washington Times. But what do they know? It says Rocky will never die. Sylvester Stallone to retire legendary character. I've been tagged in this a few times that he went on Instagram and Sylvester Stallone says, I just want to thank everyone around the whole wide world for taking the Rocky family into their hearts for over 40 years. It's been my ultimate privilege to have been able to create and play this meaningful character. Though it breaks my heart, sadly all things must pass and end. I love you, kind and generous people, and the most wonderful thing of all is that Rocky will never die because he lives in you. You trying to tell me he's retiring, Rocky? Come on.
They're doing another Creed, right?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan says he's going to be doing probably 4 of them.
They're bringing Rocky back. I don't know
Michael B.
By
Jordan.
the way, I did go to the movies last night, boys.
Okay.
And I didn't get to go see Creed.
Well, welcome Bobby Metcalf to the movie review time.
I parked right in front of you.
Oh, I left it there. Yeah, I went out to
Go
dinner
see
after.
Creed last night?
I did.
Oh, boy. Movie review time. Bobby?
Told ya.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
right.
we got Bobby Metcalf in studio, by the way,
City
from
Times.
the Quad City Times.
I've been waiting.
I'll tell you what, though. The first couple Rockies are great. I wasn't a huge fan of the last couple.
That's fine.
I loved Creed.
Yes.
I loved Creed.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm excited for Creed, too.
It's fine to not like 5 or Balboa. Honestly, you can piss all over those. I don't care. It's fine. I mean, it's just part of the saga in my eyes. But
Well, I haven't seen Creed 2 yet. I do
Creed
want to
again.
see it. Everybody said it's great.
See Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you think of Bohemian? Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
not
You're
yet.
busy, man.
I've
You
been in
guys-
movies for a while.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody is a great movie. I told Jay earlier when I got here, that movie deserves multiple Academy Awards. Seriously. Like, that movie has everything in it. I mean, I grew up in the age where I was a kid when Queen came out, so I should know more about Queen than I do. I know that I liked their music when I was a kid. I mean, there wasn't really ever a bad song from Queen. It was always fun. It was always, even the Flash Gordon stuff when you were a kid.
I love that
that
song.
was, And I learned things. What does LeVar always say? Take me somewhere I've never been, show me something I don't know, and make me care.
Yeah.
It did all that. And, it made me, it brought me into the world of Freddie Mercury and the rest of the band. It wasn't just about Freddie. It was about the whole band. And, it showed you kind of Freddie's struggles with his life, like he was, sexuality, his struggles with that, his struggles with his family, the struggles within the band, how they interacted as a group of 4 guys that were completely different. I'll tell you what, great damn movie, and, man, it was like really, like it brought emotion out of you. Like
Did you cry?
No, I'm not a crier.
You are a crier. Don't lie to the people.
I might have had a little tear in the eye.
I do want to see it because I heard, was it Remy? Whoever plays Freddie Mercury, I heard is fantastic.
Dude. Yeah. No, yeah, I had a little tear in the eye, man. I ain't gonna lie. It brought me back to, like, when I was a kid winning the Pinewood Derby as a Cub Scout and, like, running around the house for 20 minutes singing We Are the Champions after I waxed everybody. I still have that car at home, by the way.
Pinewood Derby.
Oh, I loved it, dude.
It.
I rolled everybody.
My car
dude.
never won.
And anybody from Lou listening that was in that class, I rolled you too. I rolled you, every one of you. By 3 car lengths, I rolled them.
At the Boy Scout of America Pinewood Derby?
Damn right I did. I had the best car in the world, Jay.
Oh, good.
Probably cheated.
Anyway.
Probably put magnets in it or something.
No, I didn't cheat. My dad was a classic car designer,
That's
man.
true.
The old man, he had that thing designed perfect.
All right, I'm going to take this across the table. I want to hear about Creed 2.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Very one of the top Rocky movies for me as well. Go ahead and ask me some questions, 'cause I'm not going to give any spoilers. I already said that. But
did it? I guess the thing, you
Okay.
fell in love with the character, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. His relationship with Bianca's girl in the movie, that whole storyline was really cool.
Him and Rocky, that great kind of the Mickey.
Now when they're talking about is Rocky gonna die in the next one, something like that, like this and that, I would agree. You said you thought he would in the next one, right?
If I was fan fictioning it out,
Yes.
he would pass away in the next one.
I think it'll be the
it
next
would be
one.
a complete
And
Mickey situation.
How was the Drago character, the son of Drago?
Phenomenal.
He's a real boxer.
He is an animal. He is intimidating. The only thing we laughed about was just 3 of us went, and we just had to laugh towards the end of the movie.
Did Andy talk during the whole movie?
No.
Oh, shocker.
No, it was good. He was very well behaved. No, do the Dragos always have to eat in the dark? Can they do anything with the light on?
You gotta understand.
I know they're in different countries and stuff like that, but even when
they don't have lights in Russia, dude.
Even when they're in the United States, like they're just eating breakfast in the
eat
dark.
by candlelight, comrade.
And then they don't smile ever.
From Russia, I have nothing to smile about.
I thought we were gonna crack a smile out of one, but there's some good cameos in there. There's a big cameo in there, Jay, that I thought lasted a little too long.
I love Vladimir Putin.
Here's what I want to take this, and everyone's gonna think I'm crazy.
And so I purposely did not watch a single trailer for this movie beforehand.
Okay.
I wanted to go.
All right.
I know the basic plot line.
All right. So, and you, for those and the people that, and Rocky fans and those that aren't, the people that want to, you see Drago and you roll your eyes and you think it's going to be a Rocky 4 all over again. And I think that's a good change of pace. But something completely different I took out of this: Max Kellerman, Jim Lampley, let them call Monday Night Football.
Yes.
They were great.
Yep.
I know it's scripted or whatever else, but the energy.
You are so on point with Max Kellerman.
Yes.
He is one of my favorite dudes on ESPN.
The energy
He's
they
awesome.
put, the energy
Okay,
they
so
put into it.
there were some cheesy parts to it, but that's kind of what Rocky movies were. They had their cheesy one-liners, everything else. And I mean, there were a few things that I called. I know when we talked about does he come out to living in America? Mm-hmm. No, of course he doesn't do that. But I thought, Drago's entrance to the ring was really, really cool. But then just when I thought, wow, that was a really good entrance for Drago, and then all of a sudden, Creed's entrance beats it, knocks it out.
James Brown living in America?
No.
Oh, dang
nope.
it.
But
nothing's going to beat that one.
It's so cool
for me.
You know what I'm talking about. The way they did that entrance, they threw in one little extra aspect that just put it over the top.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But we had to laugh at, this is not a spoiler by any means, but Rocky, he's aging, both in real life and in the movie. Okay.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? He doesn't look the same?
We know he's getting older. And at what point does this young African-American boxer stop taking advice from Caveman Yoda? Was actually a quote from Andy. When he said Caveman Yoda, I just had to start laughing. I'm like, it's Rocky, though. I mean, it's Rocky. He's so lovable. You're already in love with the Rocky character, and you're falling in love with the Creed character more and more. And then Marianne Creed's character was a little bit more developed in this one, too, a little more involved with Felicia Rashad. So I thought that was cool.
Does it deviate enough from the originals? Because the one, as much as I love Creed, I mean, that was a love letter basically to Rocky.
Of course.
100%. It was very much the same. I mean, it wasn't the same storyline, but it was very similar. And you kind of could sense how that was going to end. Yeah. So, I mean, does this deviate enough from...
I will say this. Just like you said, the original Creed and the love letter is a very good point, because it is, basically. Coogler wrote it that way. But they Sylvester Stallone co-writes this, and there is aspects from, obviously, 4, 2, and a little bit from 5, okay? So, and I'm sorry, also 3. So, they take a little bit from each one of those, mainly 4. But if you can find, if you follow the Rocky, you can find a little bit of, I would say 2, 3, 4, and 5 in each one of them. And I think, and I'm telling you, Michael B. Jordan is a producer of this. So is Coogler. They're gonna do another one. Yes. And Michael B. Jordan has come out and he said he doesn't even. It was on Bill Simmons' podcast, and they're like, "Where do you think you fall along with the Rockies?" And he said, "You cannot compare Creed till we do a Creed 3, 4, and 5." And he said, "Are you telling me?" And he said, "Yes, it's gonna happen." So and he's producing them. So
is Michael B. Jordan, like, is he blown up yet? I mean, he seems like he's still under the radar despite doing both Creeds, Black Panther.
Yeah, he was the villain, but I would say he's blown up pretty good. I mean, he's gonna.
That dude's killer. Every time I've seen him, I saw him when he was like a teenager in TV shows, and that dude's
he was on The Wire.
Yeah,
it's a television show that everybody loves.
God, what was he in The Wire? I don't even remember him now in The Wire.
Yeah, but then he went to Friday Night Lights. So
man, yeah.
The some of the other smaller roles in there were very well cast too. Mm-hmm. The promoter.
Yep.
Perfect snake promoter. Just
there's where you get your 5.
Don King.
Yep. That's part of where you get your 5 from. But
Don King, the biggest villain in America, real villain.
And this guy,
this
guy
mirrored. Honestly,
he actually referenced. He said, "Rumble in the Jungle didn't just happen."
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, somebody had to put it together. That's obviously when they're talking to
who's a bigger sports villain
in real life.
Than Don King.
Let's go.
Anybody around the table?
Well, you're gonna go Commissioner Goodell. You gotta make a list first.
Okay, Goodell.
Mm-hmm. Steinbrenner.
All right.
Marge Schott. Does Pete Rose make it?
I don't know. Where do you put Aaron Hernandez in that list?
Ooh.
Well, that's a good. You have to throw it out there.
He
though.
killed somebody.
Multiple, not just that.
Who else killed somebody?
There's
Ray
a
Caruth?
lot.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J.
OJ's a big one for villains. Mike Vick was up there. John Rocker.
Yeah.
I like where it's going. And I got
what was
Parker throw in Albert Joey Bell. Well, then you get to throw it with Ray Lewis, but people forget about that. There's going to be some good ones here. Ray Caruth.
Yeah, I got Caruth.
But there's actual people who committed crimes, and then there's some that you just are like Don King, where you're just like, oh, he's just a bad person.
Right.
So
yeah, he just hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Completely illegal yet, other than to ruin Mike Tyson's career. But hey, who's to say?
Yeah. So I mean, how do you want to do it?
All right, let's do this. They cannot have committed an actual crime because we know then that person's already a villain.
Yeah.
So that takes off Aaron Hernandez, O.J., Ray Caruth, Vic, Ray.
Kidnapping a person's a crime? By gunpoint?
Yes, Jay.
Oh.
Albert Bell, I say we
criminal?
take him off because he did get convicted of something just recently. John Rocker's just a racist, so he's still on the list.
He stays on the list.
Although that should be a crime, I guess it's not. Goodell, ding dong. Marge Schott, another racist. Steinbrenner, just a total jerk.
Well, you can just throw any commissioner on there. I mean, Batman.
Bobby Knight. That's a good one.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I like Knight. Yeah, Bobby Knight's a good one.
Al Davis.
Rodman.
Yeah, are we Al Davis is Al Davis in Jerry Jones villains, or are they just dingbags?
Jerry Jones should be in.
He's a villain.
Dan Snyder.
I think there's
I think they're both ding dongs, but I don't know if they're villains.
There's different levels of these villains.
I'll put them on. I'll put them on the list, then we'll see.
We're talking
So
about
Davis and
bad
Jerry.
people overall that everybody's gonna hate. I think that's your top tier. And
Okay.
there's your middle and lower tiers where there's just an unlikable characteristic about these guys, like your AJ Brzezinski's and
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, he's not quite to the top level yet. Right. But, I see.
But some people will call him a villain, and some people might argue he changed the whole dynamic of the World Series in the direction it was going. So
I would say Rocker and Schott are both on the list.
Urban Meyer.
Oh yes, I would say Urban Meyer's on the list.
Joe Paterno, Jerry Sandusky. Well, Sandusky made a crime.
So yeah, those are both more crimes.
Paterno never committed a crime, did he?
Paterno never committed a crime.
Or not? Was never charged.
Never got convicted or charged.
I'll put Paterno. If we're putting Urban on there, I'm putting Paterno on there. And then we got Don King,
Rick Pitino.
Ooh, yeah, I like Pitino. I say then Bobby Knight needs to be on this list, and then we'll figure out where we go from there.
I think Bobby Knight's a great one because Bobby Knight just hated him. Like,
oh yeah,
wasn't he was involved in
listen, and I am a Cowboy fan, so I can't really say about Jerry. I don't like Jerry. I'm a Cowboy fan, so I don't think of him as a villain though.
Put Dan Snyder on that list.
I don't think of him as a villain either.
Guy won't change a racist nickname.
Just
signed a guy who's been
He's
accused
on.
multiple times.
Yeah, he just signed. Yeah,
he just signed Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. If he goes, then I guess
the
Jerry
two most
Jones.
hated owners in the NFL have got to be Dan Snyder
All right.
and Jerry Jones.
I'll put them both on then. Done deal. So out of that, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Give us a 5.
So let's break it down to 5. From there.
Steinbrenner.
Oh, Steinbrenner makes 10. Yep. All right, let's rank them.
The brother-in-law is saying that Don King killed a guy and not with a trident. No, I'm saying, yeah. Was he convicted?
I'd never heard that.
Well, he's staying on that list till we get a conviction.
Yeah, until you get conviction.
Yeah.
All right, out of all those guys, so we got Steinbrenner.
1954, King shot a man in the back after spotting him trying to rob one of King's gambling houses. The incident was ruled a justifiable homicide.
There you go.
Hey, he stays on the list.
He was convicted of non-negligent manslaughter for stomping one of his employees to death.
Oh.
For this, he served 3 years and 11 months in prison.
Can't make
He's
it.
off the list.
Off the list.
Done. Okay.
The Thriller in Manila, The Rumble in the Jungle. Off the list.
All right.
Touch me now, Sue.
Comiskey, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Steinbrenner gets to go on there.
Steinbrenner, Jones, Snyder.
Goodell.
Goodell. Yeah, I forgot Goodell.
He gets to go on the list.
Goodell replaced.
Yeah. We just need a 5 here.
I got it. All right. Well, out of these, let's get the 5. Goodell, Steinbrenner, Jones, Snyder, Bobby Knight, Rocker, Schott, Urban Meyer, Joe Pa, or Rick Pitino.
God, I think you got to put Paterno on for sure.
Paterno's in for sure. I would say Marge Schott probably in for sure.
Yeah.
Bobby Knight in for sure. Steinbrenner was always a villain, classic villain, timeless villain for 30+ years.
Steinbrenner gets to go. Yeah. I mean, that's the evil. He's the evil empire.
Yeah. There's 4 right there. Now we're fighting between Pitino, Urban Meyer, John Rocker, Dan Snyder, Jerry Jones, or Roger Goodell for the last spot.
Same again.
Roger Goodell, Jerry Jones, Dan Snyder, John Rocker, Urban Meyer, or Rick Pitino.
I'm going Goodell.
I'm going Goodell as
I
well.
would too.
Man, I don't know how he can actually pass over somebody who's covered up crimes, but
Who, Urban?
Urban.
Yeah,
You've got
Pitino.
I'll give an honorable mention.
Goodell. Well, yes, everyone hates him. Like, that's just because he's a terrible commissioner.
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
I mean,
I'll co-sign that.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
with
purpose
you.
of argument, like
Who's put
hated
Pitino
more?
up there too, though.
Who's hated more, Goodell or Meyer? It's Goodell.
Urban Meyer.
I mean, no, it's Goodell. I mean, I'll give you
I
that.
don't know.
But
I'll give you Urban Meyer. All right. Those are our top 5. In the 6 honorable mentions, Goodell.
Did you watch the Fox broadcast of the Ohio State Michigan game? Because Gus Johnson just loves Urban Meyer, apparently.
Yeah. Gus.
Let's take a quick break and talk Thursday Night Football with Bobby, and then also Storm, and wrap up anything that loose ends from St. Ambrose.
Sounds great. Do you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start? Call Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer, and get started today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing the latest smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been the leader in technology for years, and the Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forwards with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system for free from courtesy of our friends at Done Right Satellite. All you need to do is call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Done Right provide local professional installation with professional service that is trusted by thousands of homeowners and businesses in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected Hopper as well. Call for details. Once again, that's 866-84-RIGHT. That's Done Right TV and Security.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, only on your Quad Cities, ESPN 93.5.
Credit products are made by WebBank. Rates and terms vary based on credit history. Amazon is not a sponsor of this promotion. Other restrictions apply. See website for details.
How did I get into credit card debt? A trip to the emergency room.
Car repairs.
Moving expenses?
There's a million ways to get into credit card debt, but one sure way to start getting out: Avant. Avant offers access to online unsecured loans from $2,000 to $35,000 at competitive rates and no extra charges for paying back early. Over 500,000 customers have experienced the convenience of a loan through Avant. No wonder Avant has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. The application takes minutes, and if approved by 4:30 p.m. Central Time Monday through Friday, funds are deposited as soon as the next business day. And now Avant will also give you a $50 Amazon.com gift card after your first payment is made on time. To check your loan options and to get this special radio offer, go to Avant.com today and enter promo code 1919 when applying. That's AVANT.com, promo code 1919. Avant.com, code 1919.
Your Chicago Bears are back on ESPN 93.5 for the 2018 season. Every jarring tackle, interception, first down, run, and touchdown. Join Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer each game for the word out of Bears camp. Chicago Bears football on ESPN 93.5 is brought to you by Sexton Ford, Wheelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematorium, Augustana College Athletic Department, Sheedy Family Chiropractic, Quad City Towing, and Crawford Company. Bear down, Chicago Bears. ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window. The Black Friday sale has been extended. Text the word BLACK to 96714 to receive an additional offer and free estimate on top of great financing options. $350 off every window, $900 off every patio door.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. It's time to start thinking about replacing those old, drafty, and hard-to-open windows with new, energy-efficient, and easy-to-clean windows from Renewal by Anderson. Made with our exclusive Fibrex material, which is scientifically proven to be better than vinyl. See our easy-to-clean and low-maintenance windows that'll also save you on energy.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window. The Black Friday sale has been extended. Text the word BLACK to 96714 to receive an additional offer and free estimate.
Check out renewalbyanderson.com for details or visit our showroom on 35th Street in Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
The wait is finally over. Dell's biggest Cyber Week ever is on. Save big on Cyber Week deals, plus get free shipping on everything. With massive deals on Dell computers with 8th Gen Intel Core processors, the hottest gaming gear, and top brand electronics like Google Smart Home, it's a sale you won't want to miss. Just call 800-BY-DELL or visit Dell.com/CyberWeek. Call 800-BY-DELL for more Cyber Week deals.
We're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5. We have Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times still in studio. Boys, we need to get talking about something big going on here in the state of Iowa, which is the 2-game suspension of Gary Dolphin. So those of you out there who don't know what happened, Dolph is the play-by-play guy for the Iowa Hawkeyes, the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes, does radio and TV and all that for football, basketball. Mike was left on hot. Dolph was, at best, I would say, semi-critical of recruiting. At the most, would you agree with me on this, Bobby?
He was semi-critical. I think he was a little frustrated.
Yeah, we had 3 true freshman point guards giving us all kinds of fits. It was a tough game. Iowa won by a point. Dolphin, just to paraphrase here, he said, "Wow, why can't we get a couple of guys like this, man? You know."
I think the one that got him in trouble was his criticism of Macy Daly.
Yes, and then he went on to just say that we get Daly, who dribbles head first into a double team. You know, head down into a double team. And I think if he leaves that out, fine. I was pointing out a fact, though. If a guy was coaching Daly, if I was a coach, I'd be like, hey, don't dribble head down into a double team. Come on, man. Heads up. Watch what you're doing. Coach him up. It's tough. I kind of yesterday touched on this. It's tough when you are critical of these guys are still kids. College athletes are still kids, whatever. But I didn't find Dolph's comments to be malicious in any way. How about that?
I think Iowa's made it worse with the suspension. I mean, I think it was. I think it's overblown. I don't think that. I mean, yeah, he should be held accountable for what he says on the air, whether Mike's hot or not. But he wasn't going out and saying, so and so is trash or
right.
Fran's a trash. He wasn't being that critical. He made an observation, which was true. I mean, they
had 3 great freshmen.
This actually made USA Today.
Yeah.
And by the way, our friend who from yesterday was Sean Roberts, who put the audio on there. It's on the USA Today website. So I hope USA Today got the clearance from Jason
Price
in Prairie City, Iowa, or whatever else. I hope they got his.
No, he's in Prairie City.
I don't know, Monroe, Prairie City. I have no idea.
I think
somewhere
he's
somewhere near Mechanicsville. All of these places.
Yeah.
So anyway, this made USA Today. Do you think it would have been just fine? And I do think it's overblown. Do you think it would have been fine if they just would have said, like, just don't show up for work for 2 days? Or do you have to address it?
No, you have to address it because then you're going to say, well, where's Gary? Where's he at? I mean, this is the war. I mean, they're about to enter conference play against Wisconsin, who's playing really well, who's got Ethan Happ, who's playing lights out, and Fran's got his press conference today, and this is what he's going to have to be talking about. I mean,
they should have just had him and Dolphin sit down together and say, hey, you know what? Comments are made, and it's Gary's job to do that. And, unfortunately, there's probably things Gary didn't want the public to know about his own personal opinions. But we move on. We're focusing on the game. That's how you handle it. Years ago, there was a young lady. It was a student at University of Iowa. She's from Eldridge. I'm not going to mention her name, but I do know her. She wrote for the student paper. She was very critical of Steve Alford. This is back, a lot of things were going on. Alford ran a very dirty program. I'm never going to forgive him for that. He's a dirtbag.
A lot of people don't forgive him.
Yeah, he's a dirtbag. So, Alford, if you're listening, you're a dirtbag. Anyway, I'm sure he is.
He is.
But she received threats and things. The university never stood up and defended her in any sort of way. The same way they're kind of like just not really defending Gary or handling this right. I think we had a comment. Someone said it's a PR nightmare. They're not handling this PR thing very well at all.
It's protecting the brand. I mean, it's you give Fran a 2-year extension, or well, it wasn't a 2-year extension, a long contract extension last year, and that kind of got a little bit of criticism because
they didn't announce it.
I mean, so they're probably a little sensitive to any criticism of Fran or the Iowa basketball team, which is weird because right now they're playing well. They're playing probably their best basketball in 3-4 years under Fran, and so he made one little critical comment that wasn't really supposed to be heard. I think you've made a bigger deal. I mean, the thing that I want to know is in that press release last night when they suspended him, they mentioned like ongoing tensions. I want to know what these like ongoing tensions between
that's the thing.
Like Fran and Gary, or Gary and Kirk Ferentz. I mean, what are these ongoing tensions that are going on?
K-Kurt was on yesterday. He says Gary and Kirk have a great relationship. He says it's not very good the other way around. Fran and Dolph. So
well, I tweeted today. I'm like, I'm a fan of Fran. I think Fran's done a fine job. I think the criticism he's got's been a little bit overblown. This program was in good hands, and they fired Dr. Tom Davis. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back that far. But they fired a guy to bring in a dirtball who then buried the program and then fired. They brought in Lick Glider, whatever you want to go down the line. It took a long time to dig this program out to get it back to any sort of respectability. And I think that Fran has got it to respectability. Yeah, we had a down year last year, but I'm saying that being said, Fran's done a good job, but he's not above criticism.
I think this early showing is changed my opinion slightly. Before the Oregon game, I was incredibly critical of Fran. I thought he was getting a big pass because he's not Lick Glider, because he's brought the program up to somewhat of respectability. But it's like when he got that extension and somebody asked him, did he think he deserved it or something? He goes, well, look at my body of work. And it's like, well, what's your body of work at Iowa really been? I mean,
I hear you.
You've made the tournament a couple of times. One was in the first 4. And I mean, is your body of work that impressive? But so I wasn't sold on Fran. I mean, his defenses have always been kind of subpar. This year has been a big surprise for me, and I think he's doing a good job of coaching, especially what's a fairly young team, only one senior. So yeah, I mean, I was very critical of Fran before the Oregon game, and now that I've actually sat down and watched some of these games, I think he's doing a good job this year.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm a fan of him. I think he's not above criticism. He does deserve it in ways. I'm not here to fire the guy either, you know. And I think like if everybody in the sports world could just learn to take a little bit of criticism with a grain of salt, and like I said, I don't know. I think it's wrong that they suspended Gary Dolphin.
If he had said it on the air, not what he had said, but if he had said, man, it's amazing how Pitt is able to get these 3 guys in here, in Capel's first year. I mean, that's impressive, and man, Iowa's got to start trying to get to that level. If he had said that on air, which is essentially what he said off air or with a hot mic, would he have been suspended? No. I mean,
or if let's just say you're the analyst, all right, you're the in-game analyst, and the kid dribbles into that double team, and you say, oh, there you go, that was a bad play. He should not have dribbled, head down right into the double team. Does that guy get suspended?
I wouldn't think so.
So that's what I'm saying. In all, the entire body of work, I don't think it was out of the realm. I don't care about tensions. Some people are going to like people. Some people aren't. It's the way of life. We all know that. I mean, period.
Yeah. And like I said, this is a bad time because this is what you're having to focus on before you open up Big Ten play with Wisconsin.
No, I agree with you totally. I mean, it could have been handled different. And it kind of boils down to, like Jay brought it up, the people that were running the broadcast were somewhere in like Southwest Missouri.
Yeah.
And one guy doesn't hit a button, and now we're dealing with this garbage. Reminds me of the guy that didn't go live on the YouTube yesterday. He got in big trouble after the show.
He did not. Yeah, he did. Anyway, tonight, Thursday Night Football. If it's prime time, and that means if it's primetime NFL, that means it's Cowboys. No matter
right,
what.
Jay. How about
That's why Goodell's a villain and Jerry Jones, because primetime football means Dallas Cowboy football.
Well, they act like they don't like each other, but it's all anything that happens in the NFL, if it doesn't involve the Cowboys, it's just boring, you guys. I mean, we all know it.
So
come on,
it's not gonna be boring when the Saints get blown, or when the Cowboys get blown out by 30 tonight.
Well, why you got to bring up old stuff?
You don't. What do you think about tonight?
Future stuff.
Because there's people out here that think that you're gonna switch after backing the Saints all year, even though Cowboys are your team. There's a speculation out there that you might not back the Saints for the first time because you've got
Dallas does have a very good defense. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Their only chance is if they can cause pressure on Breeze. If they do not cause pressure on Breeze, it's going to be a blowout. I would probably have to say this game's going to look a little bit more like the Saints versus the Falcons game, where they didn't technically blow them out. The Falcons were able to move the ball. I think Dallas should be able to move the ball, hopefully, but they're going to get beat, and it's probably going to be by more than 10. That would be my good call. It's going to be by more than 10. But Dallas is going to lose. The Saints are just too good of a team. Too well. How about this? It boils down to this for me. A lot of the defensively and offensive, I think the Saints have a few more offensive weapons in the wide receiver area, like maybe one more better, like in that area, tight end-ish.
Not according to them, because they keep going out and signing 75-year-old receivers.
But I mean, you could argue that those weapons are fairly similar defensively. They're both very good defensively, I think. But it boils down to who's a better quarterback, Drew Brees or Dak Prescott. It's obviously Drew Brees, and he's a lot better than a lot of people. So there's a difference, and they're going to beat Dallas tonight. If they don't, I'll be the happiest guy here tomorrow. You wait.
I think it hurts the Cowboys that they both had a week off. I think if this was a normal Thursday,
if
this was
if the Saints had the 4-way turnaround and Dallas had the week, trust me.
Then I could see maybe, but I don't see the Saints losing this.
If this was if a healthy Tony Romo is leading this Dallas team, I like the chances.
If Tony Romo was?
Oh yeah, baby.
You could put Troy Aikman on this team, and I don't think they beat the Saints.
I think Troy Aikman still thinks he's on the team. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Hey, man, don't talk about a legend like that. All right, just calm it down.
Legend.
You can put Quincy Carter on this team, and I don't think they're beating
Quincy Carter. I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys beat the Saints in New Orleans one year with Romo, and they were supposed to be unbeatable. So trust me, Romo's good. But no, Dallas is not winning this game. I hope they do with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. Real quick, how's your fantasy football team doing?
Had a bad week.
What does that mean?
Had Tyreek Hill and Kelsey on buys,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, I need to win out to have a chance at the playoffs.
Yeah. How many teams make the playoffs? It's coming up soon.
6.
Yeah, your playoffs should start next week, right?
I'm like 7th, 8th, so I gotta win this week.
Kind of regret not getting in our fantasy football league now, aren't you?
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that trophy there.
Even I made the playoffs.
I would have finished like 10th place in the rest of my league.
So did Serge.
I'm slightly behind Alyssa.
He still made the playoffs. I let everybody.
We had to have Alyssa in because you wouldn't do it because you turned Jay down on air. You know, we have that a thing now. You get Metcalf.
Oh.
Someone turns you down live. That's getting
Metcalf. It is a thing now.
I'm glad I started something.
Someone gives you just a stern no face to face without any hesitation.
You got Metcalf.
Well, when we had Chase on down at Paradigm on Tuesday, and
I put him on the line.
Hey,
do you want to give away tickets?
T-Ray, want to go to the gym after this?
No.
It's got Metcalf.
Yeah, right on there. All right, so this past weekend, after Thanksgiving Storm, they had a couple games. How's the Storm going?
Won 3 straight, which is a lot better than losing 7 straight.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing better. They're staying out of the penalty box. They had a shutout on Saturday. You look back at that 7-game losing streak, and I think 5 of those games were 1-goal games, so they were right there. Just kind of trying to figure some things out, learn some things. I mean, it's early, and it kind of takes some teams time to gel, especially an expansion team. So they're playing better. It's actually funny. They've played better since their captain got called up, which is a little interesting. They won 3 games with him not in the lineup, so maybe he can stay up there a little while longer for them. But they've got a good opportunity this week. They got 2 games against Evansville, who that's one of the teams they beat over the weekend. So you can start maybe making a climb with the standings. And in this league, if you finish 8th out of 10th, you make the playoffs. So it's not too difficult to make the playoffs in this league.
So, Storm, now that the St. Ambrose football season's over with, what else? What do they have you doing? Just mainly high school basketball?
High school basketball.
Yep.
A lot of the girls' side.
Okay.
I'm going to North Scott tonight. Watch them play Clinton.
What's the team in the MAC right now to keep an eye on?
North Scott.
North Scott.
They're ranked 2nd in Class 4A.
And this is girls?
This is girls basketball.
Mm-hmm.
North Scott, well, I think North Scott and boys basketball is going to be pretty good too.
Okay.
Although bet North Scott DJ Carden.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, they got 3 returning starters back from their state championship team from 2 years ago. They've already beat the number 6 team in the state by 20. So they're good. They're really good.
Nice.
Yeah, over at Christmas break, I talked to the boys basketball coach, Coach Buddy, over the weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, and over Christmas break, he's going to make some time to come in, talk to us for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun to have him on. But we should probably get some on the girls' side as well. Do you do any of the Illinois, or do you cover that?
We let the dispatch do that.
Yeah, do that.
So.
Gotcha. And you just bring it over because
Johnson and Nestler.
Yeah.
Brad Munoz says that they're at the game on Saturday. Said the Storm players played dirty. They're feisty.
Played dirty on Saturday. I wouldn't agree with that.
No,
I'd say Friday maybe a little bit. Saturday was kind of a boring game. Scoreless.
I've been to a game yet this year. I'll get there.
The scoreless before into like 5 minutes left. There weren't a lot of scoring chances each way.
I'm going on a hot dog night when I go.
Troy, they have like 5 $2 hot dog nights.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if you really want
to, let's go.
I will go.
What are we doing? Still sitting here, pal?
This league.
I'm gonna go get my kid after work.
This league, there's gonna be dirty play.
She like hot dogs?
Every game, both sides.
Yes, she does.
It's just that kind of league.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
you'll play people. You'll have people slashing away from the play. As long as the ref doesn't see it, you can get away with it. I mean,
like Youngblood. There you go.
My Youngblood's on that team. He's signed right there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bobby, thanks for coming on. It's always fun catching up with you. And we'll have you next week back to your regular time. I'm sorry the whole Thanksgiving thing, and then we brought in Pat Merrick, and so I'm glad you could move us over you could make time for us on Thursday, but we'll see you on Wednesday next week. You have a great weekend. Thanks, Bobby. That's Bobby from the Quad City Times. Follow him at Bobby Metcalf88 on Twitter, and keep reading Quad City Times.
Dang right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, whether you're looking for a family getaway, a friends and family group vacation, a romantic retreat for 2, or you simply need a travel professional to help you plan the perfect destination wedding, Throne Travel is here to help you. Let Throne Travel get started planning your next vacation today. They firmly believe that travel is the best therapy you can purchase. So start making your travel dreams come true. Contact Janelle at 563-323-0889 or check out Throne Travel on Facebook. Once again, that's Janelle at 563-323-0889. Throne Travel, make all your travel dreams come true.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart.
You.
Give me a hell yeah!
Woo! When storm damage hits, All Major Restoration is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows, All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company to make the process quick and easy. The insurance company have people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. When storm damage hits, think All Major Restorations. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Storm damage estimates are always free. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities. 563-322-0060.
Your Chicago Bears are back on ESPN 93.5 for the 2018 season. Every jarring tackle, interception, first down, run, and touchdown. Join Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer each game for the word out of Bears camp. Chicago Bears football on ESPN 93.5 is brought to you by Sexton Ford, Wheelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematorium, Augustana College Athletic Department, Sheedy Family Chiropractic, Quad City Towing, and Crawford Company. Bear down, Chicago Bears. ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Used car shoppers demand it. You only need one name to get it. Get more with McGrath. More convenience. Wherever you call home in eastern Iowa, there's a McGrath used car superstore in your backyard. Davenport, Dubuque, Coraville, Marion, and Westdale and Cedar Rapids. McGrath has you covered. More comfort. Avoid the hassle of hunting for your dream car. Over 2,500 pre-owned vehicles, every make, every model, all online and just a click away. More simplicity. When you're ready to buy, no matter which McGrath location is your favorite, you get the same outstanding price and experience. Dependable pre-owned vehicles starting as low as $59.88. And you know no one works harder to get you approved. 5 locations, one name. Get more with McGrath Used Car Superstores. Davenport, Dubuque, Coraville, Marion, and Westdale and Cedar Rapids. Shop online, McGrathAuto.com.
Are you ready for the intuitive LG V40 ThinQ for just $20 a month? Right now at Sprint, you can get the only phone in the market with 5 cameras to capture moments from every single angle. That's right. You can get the LG V40 ThinQ at Sprint for $20 a month, regularly priced at $40 a month with an 18-month Sprint Flex lease. Hurry to Sprint. This limited time offers for new customers with approved credit and a new line of service, or existing customers with an eligible upgrade. Need more reasons to hurry to Sprint? Get a free 49-inch LG TV when you lease the V40 ThinQ while supplies last. Requires registration at LG.com and a new line of service. There's never been a better time to try our network built for unlimited. Switch to Sprint today and get your LG V40 ThinQ for $20 a month and a free 49-inch LG TV. Visit your local Sprint store, Sprint.com, or call 1-800-SPRINT1 today.
Pricing after $20 per month credit applied within 2 bills. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. TV ships in 8 weeks. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Excludes tax. Subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Restrictions apply.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Here on ESPN 93.5, we're in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. Joining us from WHBF and the Hawkeye headquarters, we have Adam Rosso.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Thirsty Thursday.
It is Thirsty Thursday. Did you try some of this salsa, by the way?
I have not yet. I will, though.
So this is our buddy Snoop. He brought in
Smells
some
excellent.
enchiladas here about a week and a half ago. This is Snoop's hot and mild salsas and his homemade chips.
Wow, the chips are home. Okay.
So this was dropped off yesterday. We just kind of came in under the radar. We didn't realize it was here. So Snoop, thank you. I'm gonna tell you what, man. You and Lobo have the best salsa in the Quad Cities, hands down, man. Serge, I'll have to go head to head, man. I don't want to know. I don't know which one's better.
Did you have Lobo at Harrington's last night?
We certainly did. Lobo was rocking out at Harrington's.
That?
He was good.
Cool.
He made some sales, made some connections, and
Cool.
then I think he went up to
Leisure Lanes after that?
Yep. He went up to Leisure Lanes after that. So, well, we all know what that means. It means it's time to make our Hassle Streak bet. You can get in the gambling action yourself. All you need to do is go to mybookie.com, start your account, and place your own bets. They've been in business for years, have great reviews online. The mobile site's easy to use. Not to mention they even have in-game live betting and the most rewarding player perks in the business. You can even bet the over-under on how many fantasy points the players score each game. So lay down some cash and win big today. You win, they pay. That's the MyBookie way. If you go to MyBookie.com, don't forget to use our promo code QCHassle when you create your account, and that'll activate all the bonuses. Sergey, you are still streaking?
Yes, sir.
I'm
How
just
many?
The streaker.
Got 3 in a row, going
boy.
for 4 today.
All that dude does is run around with his clothes off, man.
Streaking, baby.
Yeah.
Tonight. Really?
Cowboys?
Yeah.
You're taking them?
Yeah, totally. No. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints. Saints -7. I mean, it's almost. This is one of those where it's like, why is this so low? Why?
Dallas has a good defense.
The one thing when listening to you guys driving over, I feel like
they know something we don't know.
Well, and I feel like the team, you got to kind of play ball control, right? It's kind of like play 80s football. So they pound Zeke. The only way Cowboys win, and I feel like if Zeke gets 30 carries, right, and he gets 5-6 yards a carry, breaks a big one. Because I don't think you can. I mean, look what the Rams tried to do. They got ripped in the first half, and then they come back from behind. I mean, I think playing tit for tat with Drew Brees, especially with the weapons he's got, probably isn't the way you want to do it. So I think ball control, moving the chains on third down, keeping the clock moving, and maybe that's why it's
and pressure on Brees.
Maybe that's why it's only 7 points.
I'm still taking New Orleans, but that over/under went down as well. Opened at 54.5 down to 51.5. 51.5 combined points between these two
Cowboys,
teams.
if you look at their points allowed per game, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
What
about against New Orleans, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But they've played some decent teams. It's not like Dallas has played a bunch of cupcakes. So it's listen, New Orleans is the class of the league. I'm telling you, they're winning the Super Bowl.
I think this over/under is way too low. I think this is going to be another high-scoring game.
I don't know.
You gonna let them say that about the Saints when the Vikings they have to go through the Vikings, right, Rosso?
That points through the same. I mean,
they got to go.
Problem is if they get home field, I don't think anybody beats them in the dome. That's the issue. So obviously, if the Rams get the number 1 seed and the Saints are the 2 seed, I think anything can happen. But I think a number one seed in the Superdome with Brees, boy, you have to play ball control, and you have to basically pull the 1998 Falcons, come in there, keep it close, win it at the end, because I don't think you're not holding. It's not like you're gonna hold the Saints to under 20 points at home, most likely.
It's just too many weapons, man, and yeah, they're good. I'm sorry.
And then in other news from earlier today, Rosso, we've dumped the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and now we're on the Minnesota Wild wagon.
They're playing well.
Yeah.
So it started out really slow.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're
this.
Blackhawks still, but yeah.
You Fairweathers can do whatever you
Hey,
want.
whatever.
They're playing
We're
well.
not hockey fans.
Nice colors today, you dookies.
Yeah, go Duke.
Got your Final Four tickets?
Yeah.
Driving up there, get it booked. Minneapolis,
so
Duke.
If the Hawks, if they go to the Holiday Bowl, are you going?
Yeah, I'm going pretty much regardless.
You're going wherever they
regardless.
go.
Yeah, it kind of depends on if I solo it. Like last year, of course, Kidwell came with me. Jay came with me to New York. Just all depends on kind of the logistics and where it is, but I'll definitely be going.
Well, I'm trying to tag along with somebody.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got the clearance from Amy to go, but do you need like
talk to the WHBF higher ups?
I mean, I'll pay for my own flight.
Yeah.
I just want to hang out with somebody.
Gaslight District or whatever, Gas Lamp District, right, in San Diego?
I know everywhere to go down there. You don't have to worry about that. I'll
there
be
we
your
go.
guide.
All right.
You were talking that earlier. You were checking this out, and I said I had a friend of mine, Dennis Cruz. We were talking about flights last night, and Outback versus Holiday, and he said the tickets for Holiday will be pretty high. What are you finding right now?
Just putting a little budget together for Tampa, San Diego, and then also San Francisco, because that's an outside chance still, I think. But depending if Penn State bumps up into the New Year's Six or stays down, then some stuff can get kind of weird. But I don't think San Francisco's on the plate anymore, especially since Minnesota's bowl eligible, so they'll have enough teams to fill that spot. But I would say that from here, obviously you got to go through somewhere to get to any of those 3 destinations. So
direct flight to Tampa from here.
I didn't find any.
Yeah.
Allegiant? Do they go? Yeah.
Yeah, there's still an Allegiant flight.
Oh, well.
But it's weird. It only flies 2 days a week.
Okay, maybe that's why, because I was looking at, we got to go, come back the 2nd and leave on the 27th. We don't go. So maybe that actually could be a different option from here than if people go, the 31st or the 30th. Maybe there are flights.
Otherwise, I think you're going from here to Atlanta, because there's always a flight from here to Atlanta.
Yep. San Diego, definitely the most expensive flight. Obviously, compared to San Francisco, I don't think anything besides New York is more expensive in the entire country. So San Francisco, if that were the case, that would be the most expensive in terms of hotel, getting around, meals, everything else. San Diego getting there, more expensive than Tampa.
It was like $900, right?
Roughly, yep, that's about right. Tampa's probably more like $750-ish. Still not cheap, but the thing was, I looked at the Holiday Bowl Media Hotel is already up, and that's only $139 plus tax a night. And that's, for me in San Diego, that's a steal. Last year we were up around close to $250 in New York. I couldn't find the Outback Bowl Media Hotel, but I would assume there's a lot more hotels in the Tampa St. Pete area than there are right in downtown San Diego.
You keep saying Media Hotel, and I just want to know what goes on at the Media Hotel. Like, is it just a party?
Kicker already told you get free Tito's at the one place.
Well, I know from what I've heard about the Rose Bowl, that went next level with media buffet, open bar, meals, everything else. Last year, the Media Hotel, Kidwell and I ate breakfast, had some coffee. I worked out. It was like on the workout room was on like the 50th floor, which was pretty sweet. So I'm running on a treadmill, just looking at Manhattan. That was cool. There's a shuttle, and that was about it. I mean, it all depends on, obviously warm weather places are a little different than the Pinstripe Bowl. So I assume some of these places have patios and different things you can hang out at. And they probably put on some more events. The bigger the bowl, the more perks there are for the media, including, everybody. So, I don't know. I think there's bowl fatigue. We can talk about it when we do buy and sell, but I just feel like 3 times in 6 years is not ideal, regardless of how passionate this fan base is. Aren't people sick of it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm misgauging that. Yeah, the Outback Bowl in general, because they do the same stuff. It's the parade, the Bloomin' Onion Challenge. I think they go to Busch. I think they go to Busch Gardens. Okay, this will be the 3rd time in 6 years that fans can go see that, and players and coaches can partake. And obviously 6 years ago these players weren't there, but 2 years ago they were when they played Florida. Most of these guys, I don't know. I feel like there's fatigue there, but the almighty dollar is what determines it, and I'm sure there's a better payout for the New Year's Day Outback Bowl than there is for the December 31st Holiday Bowl.
Well, and there's also a payout for when you're recruiting to say we're,
another New Year's Day Bowl.
Yeah,
you definitely need someone to help you carry stuff around. I mean, if I'm paying my own way, I can't see how
carrying. I will say yes. It gets one man carrying. We got tripod lights, live backpack, laptop. Yeah,
are you listening, Kidwell? I'm offering free labor. Just let me have a pass to be with my buddy.
And I guess we can talk the Dolph thing quick, just because I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I heard you talking, Troy. I don't know. 2 games. Why suspend him at all? If you really want to bring the hammer down, if there are tensions with him and Fran, then maybe suspend him for a month and maybe reevaluate if you want him on basketball. Maybe Garrett can just do football. I don't know. But to do it for 2 games when the comments really weren't egregious. His biggest mistake was you're supposed to assume it's a live mic all the time. I tweeted that out. We talked about that postgame. I didn't even know what happened. Right. I came into the media room. Barta was there. We had the Fran's press conference, and we come out, and there's a statement, a piece of paper. And I said, what happened? Because I'm shooting the game. I'm on the sideline. I'm on Twitter a little bit, but I didn't know anything that happened. So then it kind of turned into, it turns into this, what did he say? And then we got the audio from whatever the radio people in Des Moines, and they isolated that stuff. And,
You can't say whatever. You got to say WH. All right, because we got
XNO, Sean Ryan.
Jason Price is going to be all over you, okay? Just be careful.
This guy's got more coverage in 2 days.
I
mean, Pat Anger said his name yesterday.
I know.
If the guy would only listen and pay attention, he would have loved that he did.
He would actually like me, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think that there's like
calling me an idiot?
Isn't it there? I don't know. I feel like Dolph's brand in the 2 years I've been down here listening to him, talking to him, is kind of that he's a straight shooter. And I heard you guys saying if he frames it a different way on air and it doesn't come off air on a hot mic, is it a problem? I don't know. The biggest problem for me is when you criticize a kid personally.
Yep.
I don't think if he said, hey, why can't we get good recruits? Pittsburgh got 3 freshman recruits that are better than everybody but Wieskamp, as far as the rankings or whatever. Well, okay, Fran might be a little upset, but that's nobody's getting him in hot water. But to go at Macy Daly, and I think, and you guys know I'll take the athlete side 90% of the time, I just think it discredits how much work these guys put in. Like, Macy Daly can obviously play basketball. He's obviously solid. Yeah, Is he a 5-star? Is he Zion Williamson? No.
But he made a bad play is all. And I think, that was kind of the thing when I was saying, if he that's where the line was a little crossed. But if he's the color commentator and saying, hey, here's an example, this is a bad play, it doesn't get looked on
Well, I don't get to listen, so I don't know how critical Dolph is normally. Like, does he, that first half perimeter defense was awful. On-ball perimeter defense, McCaffrey,
really not.
Bohannon, Daly, Moss. I mean, they were getting blown by that Xavier Johnson kid all of the first half. So, I mean, that's what happened last year. That's why they struggled last year. They couldn't guard perimeter players in the Big Ten. Does he go after Bohannon in commercial breaks and we just don't hear about it? I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't know. I just
when he's on air, it seems to me like he's pretty much a homer.
That's that's the interpretation I got. And I get to listen to him every once in a while. Like I listen to him in the New York games. Seemed like he was pro Iowa pretty much the entire time on air, which I don't know. I don't know what they want. I will say this. This is way overblown.
Yes,
way overblown. We got people emailing and everybody's.
Well, yeah, and I think Metcalf nailed it.
We
Bobby
got
did earlier. I mean, we have Big Ten play starting
two
Friday.
ranked teams tomorrow night.
Yeah,
huge game. Huge
we should
game
be,
for
we
tournament
should be looking
purposes.
forward to this. Not what some guy said when the mic was still hot that wasn't that big of a deal.
I don't know. I just and I also think this is coming from growing up in Minnesota, being in Minneapolis. I mean, there's a knock up there that everybody's so negative toward the Gophers.
Mhm.
Every media person, they bash the Gophers, except for Sid Hartman. You guys are always so negative towards the Gophers. Well, and I don't think down here there is as much of that. So when negative comments happen, I do feel like people maybe are more sensitive to them.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
absolutely
up
right.
there, they beat the Badgers, and Patrick Royce's saying, well, they won 2 games in the Big Ten. He's like, Jim Wacker beat the Badgers in 93. They fired him in 94. Like, calm down. Let's have some perspective. And people are ripping him for it, but that's the thing. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine taking this little complex and moving it to a New York media.
Yeah, it's
exactly. Exactly. I know that's why coaches are like, well, that's why I like to come to coach at Iowa, because I can get this nice treatment. Or whether you're, even Saban down in Alabama, he doesn't get criticized. He has to make up things. He has to start fights. No one's picking a fight with Saban.
And did Kakert say? I know there was some tension between Fran and Dolph. I don't know if it was on a live broadcast or if it was on a taped thing where Fran essentially called off the interview or got upset about it.
He didn't.
But he mention there had been some previous.
He just said that their relationship isn't like warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
He just said, they don't have like the warmest, fuzziest relationship. So, for that being said, if Fran knows that, he knows that Dolphin's going to say things probably off camera that don't happen, or saying that he doesn't say on air. I don't know.
He says that they want it. Not only it just kind of Fran and the University of Iowa, they want an Iowa guy, rah 24/7, 365. And
I'm available then.
Yeah.
All right, so, and trust me, I'll do it for a lot cheaper than Dolph.
Before we go to break and then go do our buy sell, I know it's almost a week ago, but talk to me about the game against Nebraska.
Great atmosphere. I mean, I think everything turned with the fake field goal being stopped by Nebraska. They come down, then they fake the punt. They do all that. Iowa did what it needed to do to win. Nebraska looked better than last year, but their defense is still terrible. The Martinez kid, I think, is the real deal. For a freshman, his pocket presence, and as a freshman, T-Roy, I know you're there.
Yeah.
His sense of the rush, where he needs to go with the ball, where he needs to escape to. As a freshman, that was really impressive. So I think they got something there with him. The one thing I didn't understand is why Nebraska was chirping so much. Pre-game, they were chirping. They were chirping the defenders, not the offensive guys who were playing pretty well.
25 on the
safety,
defense. Yeah, the safety. He was a big-time chirper. He got,
And I asked Fant about it after the game off camera. I asked him a couple questions, and I said, what was going on? Why was it so chippy? He goes, I don't know. You ask them. They were getting beat, and they still kept saying stuff. And there was one play where, I think it was Sargent, they moved the pile 4 or 5 yards when Sargent was still fighting. After that, Nebraska guys are up in Sargent's face, still saying stuff. And that to me is like,
it's a product of the coach. And
I don't understand it. Like, I love that edge. It's us against the world, right? When you're coming on the road, whatever. But there's a time and the place, and when you're getting beat, I mean, at that point it was like 28-13 or whatever. I don't know, like, quiet them. Then when you come back, tie the game, you want to chirp a little bit, fine. You've tied it up like anybody's ball game. But when you're getting beat and beat handily, which they were until mid-third quarter.
Well, I think too, they just bad decision to not just kick the field goal.
Yeah, I agree.
To go up 31-13, the game then is done, put away. Period. There's no chance they come back. Period.
They thought they'd end it. From what he said in the post game, he said if we score a touchdown on that drive, We thought we ended the game at 35-13.
Kick a field goal, you end the game.
Yeah.
That was my thought, but hey, whatever. Yeah, the kid, like 25, is really chirpy, but I think that it's a product of the coach. Going back to that, if you even shut it down 31-13, it's shut down. That coach, I don't think Scott Frost is what you call a character fella.
No, I also don't think I think he wants his guys to play like they're the best team in the country, and he wants them to think.
He talks trash. They say, no, we're not Iowa. We're better than Iowa.
And I think that's it. But that's he's a Nebraska guy. That's what they want. That's what he thinks. That's what they want to come back to be. And whether he's going to do it or not, he wants that mentality throughout his program that we're the big red machine. We're going to come back. We're going to win the Big Ten, whether you like it or not. We're going to be in your face. And
sloth.
That's fine. I feel like it's similar to Fleck a little bit in Minnesota. It's fine to do all this row the boat, rah, 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 team, all these acronyms, whatever. Eventually you got to produce.
Huh.
And I think, we haven't seen it out of Fleck yet. And obviously it's Frost's first year. They had the same record as last year. The craziest thing is people saying how great a job he did and blah, blah, blah. Like what he did, they had a tough schedule. I'll give him that. He did about expected, right? I don't think anybody expected Nebraska to be 7-5, 8-4. I don't think anybody expected them to be 2-10. It was right, probably in the range. If you'd asked before the season, they'll win 4, 5, 6 games, right there.
Yeah.
Like and so okay, he did year one, fine. Got a quarterback for the future, fine. You still have a terrible defense, and you still have to convince me that you can get kids from Florida, you can get kids from the West Coast like you did at Oregon, you can get kids from Florida to come to Lincoln, Nebraska. That's going to be his challenge.
It's not happening.
He'll get the linemen. They'll have the farm kids, just like Iowa does, just like Wisconsin does. They'll have plenty of D linemen, O linemen, and some good linebackers.
Specialties, yeah.
And that's what he wants to play with speed. So if you want to play that offense with speed, you got to get some fast kids and some kids that can make plays.
All right, let's take a break. Come back and play a little buy or sell. Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, WHBF.
Play More Music and Games is the Quad City's premier jukebox and gaming provider for local bars and restaurants. Playmore provides all new, brand new Furcio jukeboxes and the new Golden Tee with the 2019 version. Playmore also provides new G3 dartboards, pool tables, ticket machines, and the list goes on. They are now in 17 locations and currently accepting new bars in the Quad Cities. So please contact Rob Roseman at 563-271-2329. Once again, that's Rob Roseman at 563-271-2329 to get your bar or restaurant set up with all new games and music. That's Playmore Games, our friend of the Quad Cities.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, only on your Quad Cities, ESPN 93.5.
Credit products are made by WebBank. Rates and terms vary based on credit history. Amazon is not a sponsor of this promotion. Other restrictions apply. See website for details.
How did I get into credit card debt? A trip to the emergency room.
Car repairs.
Moving expenses?
There's a million ways to get into credit card debt, but one sure way to start getting out: Avant. Avant offers access to online unsecured loans from $2,000 to $35,000 at competitive rates and no extra charges for paying back early. Over 500,000 customers have experienced the convenience of a loan through Avant. No wonder Avant has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. The application takes minutes, and if approved by 4:30 p.m. Central Time Monday through Friday, funds are deposited as soon as the next business day. And now Avant will also give you a $50 Amazon.com gift card after your first payment is made on time. To check your loan options and to get the special radio offer, go to Avant.com today and enter promo code 1919 when applying. That's AVANT.com, promo code 1919. Avant.com, code 1919.
Your Chicago Bears are back on ESPN 93.5 for the 2018 season. Every jarring tackle, interception, first down, run, and touchdown. Join Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer each game for the word out of Bears camp. Chicago Bears football on ESPN 93.5 is brought to you by Sexton Ford, Wheelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematorium, Augustana College Athletic Department, Sheedy Family Chiropractic, Quad City Towing, and Crawford Company. Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window. The Black Friday sale has been extended. Text the word BLACK to 96714 to receive an additional offer and free estimate on top of great financing options. $350 off every window, $900 off every patio door.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. It's time to start thinking about replacing those old, drafty, and hard-to-open windows with new, energy-efficient, and easy-to-clean windows from Renewal by Anderson. Made with our exclusive Fibrex material, which is scientifically proven to be better than vinyl. See our easy-to-clean and low-maintenance windows that'll also save you on energy.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window. The Black Friday sale has been extended. Text the word BLACK to 96714 to receive an additional offer and free estimate.
Check out renewalbyanderson.com for details or visit our showroom on 35th Street in Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
Are you ready for the intuitive LG V40 ThinQ for just $20 a month? Right now at Sprint, you can get the only phone in the market with 5 cameras to capture moments from every single angle. That's right. You can get the LG V40 ThinQ at Sprint for $20 a month, regularly priced at $40 a month with an 18-month Sprint Flex lease. Hurry to Sprint. This limited time offers for new customers with approved credit and a new line of service or existing customers with an eligible upgrade. Need more reasons to hurry to Sprint? Get a free 49-inch LG TV when you lease the V40 ThinQ while supplies last. Requires registration at LG.com and a new line of service. There's never been a better time to try our network built for unlimited. Switch to Sprint today and get your LG V40 ThinQ for $20 a month and a free 49-inch LG TV. Visit your local Sprint store, Sprint.com, or call 1-800-SPRINT1 today.
Pricing after $20 per month credit applied within 2 bills. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. TV ships in 8 weeks. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Excludes tax. Subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Restrictions apply.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf, Quad Cities, from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Back in the Hassel Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Ask, So Local here on ESPN 93.5. We still have Adam Rosso in studio from the Hawkeye headquarters. And so you're going to have a little bit of, what do you got going on? We're doing
buy or sell.
I love this, Jay.
We've
I love
got a
playing
few
games.
things. I think we can debate this. This will get the phone lines charged up too if anybody's got a comment, I think. Get that out there. But
391-3776.
So buying or selling, we'll do a few of these. We'll try to keep them quick, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
we're
try to
fine.
go through, but we
And
touched on the one.
Callers, make sure you mind your P's and Q's, please. Okay.
Touched on the one, but I think, overhearing Gary Barta talk, I think Scott Doctorman tweeted it. It sounds like we're down to Holiday or Outback Bowl. So first one is, are we buying or selling Hawkeyes to Tampa in the Outback Bowl?
No, there's some
selling.
A lot would have to happen. A lot of craziness would have to happen for them to go to Tampa.
I don't think that's true.
Every single thing I've read is all pointing towards San Diego.
It's the almighty dollar, and Kakert said after dealing with Outback people, it will depend more on the SEC school. If they don't have a big following, then they will take a team from the Big Ten that does have a big following.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
That could be
and
Wisconsin.
that could be
Wisconsin travels well, right?
Yeah.
It could be.
Now, the thing is,
Northwestern all over Tampa.
Northwestern does not travel well.
No.
We know
No.
that.
And they just
I mean,
played
they
there
don't even fill their own stadium.
last year too. They played there just almost as recently as Iowa.
Because they're in the 5th year of a 6-year contract, and they have to take 5
and 6 years.
5 and 6 years, and they've taken Northwestern, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, not Michigan
last
State.
year,
Yeah,
yep.
because Michigan State's open, and he said
That's the one I
he
think.
said-
That's the key.
He said he was worried that they're just garbage, hot garbage right now, and no one wants to touch
Well,
them.
Anybody
So
out
that's-
there?
that's-
391.
That's what he said. Iowa. So
3776. If you want to chime in.
I'm
on
selling this too, just because I think of bowl fatigue. I don't know. I mean, I know
I
Iowa
love the
travels
bowl
well.
fatigue idea.
But
I
I just
really
think 3 times in 6 years, and I think it's 5 times in 12 or something like that. I
Yeah.
think they've been there a lot. There's so many storylines going to the Holiday Bowl, whether
So
it's
many.
3 times under Hayden, whether it's
That's exactly it.
that's the last. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If Stocking's out there, that's the last bowl game to end in a tie. The 1991 Holiday Bowl, 13-13. It's the last. I mean, that's cool, right? Like,
Right.
It sounds stupid, but it's cool. Like that's going to be forever. They're not going to reinstitute ties. So that's a piece of
Right.
history. That's like an interesting thing. You got San Diego. You got a different, different venue or different city. You got I know the players get to tour some of the naval stuff. They get to go to SeaWorld or the zoo. It's
San Diego
great
Zoo is
weather.
solid,
I
man.
mean, I'm totally off of the Tampa kick because I think everybody's burnt out. How many Bloomin' Onion challenges and
Dude, I'm
everything
telling you,
can you see?
San Diego is so good. It's so much fun.
I'm with you. I'm with you for the holiday. I mean, obviously, like we just said earlier, it's the January Bowl thing that you can sell to, the recruits and that, you've been there how many times under Ferentz. But as a kid, like you said, when you bring up Hayden, I want to see a holiday. And
Have you ever had a Southern
I was pulling for it
California
last year.
Carne asada burrito?
I've only been to San Diego once, and it was probably 20 years ago at this point, so I would be excited to go there as well.
God,
so we're all selling. That's a sell.
That's a sell across the board.
Mine's
No
a
one
very
wanted to
reluctant sell. Very
Oh,
reluctant.
no.
But I want them to. This is all personal preference. It's very reluctant. I just don't know if Outback's just gonna jump on it because they don't have Iowa fatigue. The thing is, will Iowa fans have Outback Bowl fatigue?
Listen,
I've been there
you guys,
once. And
did we have
viewing.
fatigue when they sent us to watch a game in the middle of New York City when it was freezing cold?
I mean, kind of. They didn't have much. They didn't have great attendance. I'll say that.
Yeah, but we went. I mean, I didn't, but I'm saying as a fan base, we went.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you
and-
agree?
and
You
we
agree
had-
though that people be charged up for the Holiday Bowl.
I agree.
think that
I think
this
so.
year that's the preference. Kind of like Nashville last year.
Well,
I think
think-
everybody
yeah.
wants the
Something
Holiday
different,
Bowl.
right?
Well, think
dollar.
about this.
How much is it gonna cost?
This too. Last year, the people that they didn't go out in droves like they did normally. They still went, and didn't they outnumber Boston College? Who was only
Yeah, it's pretty close. Probably close to equal because BC had quite a few actually students. I think more than anything
okay.
came.
But that being said, the people that didn't go last year, they saved that money.
Yeah,
Follow me?
I'm with you. Yeah.
They're going to be all in.
The only one reason I would be reluctant at all would be, as Izuri said on here, is that Outback gets the first pick.
But yeah, they can pass that over. Is
Right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
that's the only thing.
I mean, I do think whoever did you say there? Well, Michigan State's the interesting case because they'd be the one. They haven't been there under this agreement. I don't think they've been there since I want to say close to 10
they
years.
travel pretty well, right?
They sure
They
do.
travel decent. They're not gonna. I mean, if Penn State doesn't go to the New Year's Six, they're going to the Citrus Bowl. Nobody's gonna pass up Penn State in that fan base. No chance. So
No.
that they'd be the first team off the board, and then it's Outback, and I think it's probably down to Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Iowa.
Yeah. I would say they're probably going to.
And I also
you're right. I think they're going to take Michigan State. I think they'll take Michigan State.
But to leave the option open, Caker says he thinks they're going to roll the dice, and next year they'll be forced to take one of the schools that they haven't taken. But again, so it is. I'm going back with my own personal preference. I want a holiday. I know you want holiday to go back to San Diego. You do. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd like to see, and it's something different.
I just
You're
think the storylines, like for media purposes, just selfish reasons, like you were saying, there's so many more angles. There's so many stories that you haven't touched. Where people have done the Tampa thing. You've been, you can go dig up Tampa
see another
stuff.
Pac-12. Yeah, I want to see, like we talked about, Mike Leach, and you bring up Justin
Herbert.
Herbert, yeah. And did you hear that stuff that he's thinking about staying because he wants to play with his brother?
Yeah, I read that. I actually was doing some research on that because I was like, oh, that'd be cool to see Justin Herbert of Oregon, you know, possibly play in the bowl game if he's going pro. But yeah, he's not 100%. Now he's a little banged up. I believe he was maybe injured against Oregon State or he, returned against Oregon State. So it's not 100% that he would even play. But I think those two, and even if somehow Utah beats Washington, Washington's a program with some good Pac-12 history and some good players under, Chris Peterson's done a great job up there.
We owe them a whooping from a Rose Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
There's another story, a rematch. I don't know if they played him since the 1990 whatever Rose Bowl.
I don't think so.
What, Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what else you got for us?
All right, next one. We talked Herbert to the NFL. How about buying or selling T.J. Hawkinson, Noah Fant, both leaving for the NFL?
Well, Hawkinson's got to do the thing where, the committee looks at and tells him where they think he'll go in the draft.
They're both doing that. Fant
Yes.
and him will both get those
I
grades.
think I was just automatically saying we all know Fant's doing that, but the TJ, for those out there who don't know, so he's going to have the committee look at that and see where they think he would go in the draft. And do you think he's going to go if it doesn't come back with first round?
I think it'll be similar to last year with Daniels and Jackson in the sense that I believe they both got second-round grades from the NFL Draft Advisory Committee. And I feel like if you get a second-round grade, you're gone, right?
Okay.
There's no guarantees, and football is a brutal sport. It's violent. I said this on Sunday with Vasco on our Fox 18 Sports Sunday show. It's violent, man. You one play. Look at Lattimore from South Carolina a few years back. Look at Jalen Smith, Fiesta Bowl. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you get that chance, you're going to be a top 50 pick. That's pretty tough to pass up.
If they're both top 50 picks, they're both gone. So I'm gonna.
Oh, Fant! No, Fant's guaranteed top 50 pick. I would promise you guys.
I don't want this to be true, and as a Hawkeye fan, I'd love to see these two kids come back and finish their 4 years. But they're both gone.
I'm buying too, T-Row. I'm buying this. The more I research, the more I think about it. What other than maybe a little bit less athleticism, what is Hawkinson? How much less of a prospect is he actually than Fant? I think Fant's a little more athletic, a little faster. He blocks better than Fant.
He still has good speed.
Yeah, he's still really athletic.
Listen, if either one of these two can fall to my team in the second round, because we already gave up our first round pick, I'm all about it, baby.
And you never know. The thing is, you never know position by position in the next year. Like maybe next year there's a strong tight end class. So if they both stayed, they might be third round picks because there's 2 or 3 guys ahead of them. I don't know that. I don't do enough draft research, but I think second round or better would be tough. And I don't know. Would Kirk look at him and say, "I think you can improve to get first round grade"? Like what would they need to do this offseason to get a first round grade? I mean, other
than
their
own plays.
Other than other than Fant getting Fant improving a little bit on his blocking, Hawkinson maybe a little bit in his explosiveness, but that's not stuff you can't do when you're in the NFL either.
I mean, that coaching staff's going to have to design plays for these two for them to even get even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not getting the what am I trying to say here? They're not getting the focus of the offensive play calling enough on them to show you what they truly can do. I think they're both. Yeah, they're both gone. I'm sorry,
Jay.
I'm buying that they're both gone. I got something for you real quick, and then we'll get to Matt Erickson from the Van's Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line wants to know, Rosso, compare Hawkinson to Kittle.
I think that's probably a good comparison. George was so banged up at Iowa that was right around when I got here. I feel like he always showed out when he was healthy, right? He always was productive, always had impressive blocking and catching skills. But the level that he's gone to in the pros, I think it's because he stayed healthy, right? I mean, he always had the physical tools. You saw that at the Combine. He was great for tight ends. And I think you saw when he played for Iowa, he had that mean streak of blocking. I think they're very similar athletically, though, Erickson. I don't know. I feel like Kittle was a little more on the athletic side, but we'll see. I could be wrong on that, but just by the eye test, I feel like Kittle explosiveness and maybe some coming in and out of breaks and stuff like that. He might be a hair closer to Fant's athleticism than Hawkinson.
Very good. All right, what do you got? Where were you on the buy and selling?
I'm buying. I think they're both gone. I'll probably write a Rosso's Rants column on this, but I don't know why NFL's trending younger and younger. I mean, look at some of the teams that use the way they use their tight ends. I mean, that guy from a couple Monday nights ago, they're using that backup tight end of the Rams. I'd never heard of him. I mean, they've got guys.
Everett?
They got. I mean, I don't know. I think
Everett's going to be a fantasy darling come next year.
And I think that these teams love the versatility. NFL's all about versatility. Erickson's the Packers fan, right?
Yep.
Remember 2 years ago covering Northwestern, it was Dean Lowry and Fitz dead because they had Danny Vitale. They had another guy that might be NFL. And Fitz said, who I think the best guy's going to be is Dean Lowry because he can play inside as a 1 technique or 3 technique. And then if you need him to bump outside on pass rush situations or whatever, running situation, he can bump outside and play defensive end. And Dean Lowry, I think, is playing quite a bit of snaps for the Pack. So you look at Fant and Hawkinson, they can put their hand in the ground block. They can do 2 tight end sets. They can do shotgun 5 wide, and they can be one of the wide receivers. And that's
and they could go right in the slot and burn a linebacker.
You can't defend that personnel grouping because they stay on the field for 22 personnel and 10 personnel. Like they don't have to leave the field, so you can't run linebackers and safeties in and out because you don't know what they're going to do. I think it's just that type of mismatch problems just too attractive for the NFL not to take a chance on them.
Serge, buy or sell?
Both going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what Troy said, if they're both going to be in the top 50, they're not going to pass that up.
Mm-hmm.
If their draft stock drops for whatever reason, so that brings us to another question on here as well. Easter A's said buy or sell Fant playing in the bowl game.
I think they'll both play. I think they'll both play. I don't know. I don't
might be limited based on.
I don't get that vibe that it's always limited with Fant, isn't it?
Right. But depending on the game, the score of the game and how that's going, that might actually be a factor too. So.
Yeah, I just they're again. I'm not going to blame them at all. You want to get paid, and you don't want to take.
Right.
I mean, Fant had a head injury earlier this year, guys. Like,
Yeah.
you get another one of those next season, then you could get another one, and then it's Alex Hornibrook. And I mean, not that Hornibrook was going to the NFL, but then you might not be playing.
You're nailing it. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, I agree. So let's stay with football. Third one here. Buying or selling. The Big Ten West program that could be in the most trouble is Wisconsin going forward.
From your lips to God's ears.
And I'll say this. The only reason why I'm throwing this out there is I just was – I mean, if you want on a pizzazz factor, I mean, you have Frost. You have Nebraska's trying to build their program up. You have the everything linking us first class, whatever. You have Minnesota. You have something different with Fleck. You have his whole mentality. You have his pedigree at Western Michigan. You have to think he's going to get better. You have Kirk and Iowa down here that really that type of stuff, they do their own thing. They're not they're kind of immune to it because they don't
it's
necessarily.
the stability.
But I think at Wisconsin, I'll say this, like we were talking about those skill athletes that Scott Frost is trying to get, PJ Fleck's trying to get, those guys from Georgia, Florida, Texas, California. They're trying to bring those guys in too. That's who Wisconsin has thrived on.
Yeah.
Some of these really good running backs and receivers and defensive backs. So that's why I'm posing the question. Is Wisconsin in a position where they could be the one in trouble if even one of them, Nebraska or Minnesota, rises up and gets closer to the level of Wisconsin and Iowa? What do you guys think?
If there's one that's in the West, yes, I would say that's
the most
it.
to lose,
yeah, in the
I
West,
would buy that.
Yeah, I'm in.
You buying that, Sergi?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think Wisconsin's just in too good of a program. A couple points brought up here. They had a lot of injuries this year. Quarterback.
Suspensions.
Right. I think Wisconsin's program's too storied and too strong.
So we're giving Scott Frost too much credit?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Where head's at.
Read me that promo real quick, and then we'll go into our crystal ball.
We got one more.
What do you mean?
One more by yourself.
What is it?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
we're going
sorry,
one more.
I
Sorry, we're
apologize.
going to get to basketball. Hawks to the NCAA tournament. Buying or selling.
Bye.
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 I knew that was going to be an easy one. I will say this, though. We said it.
68 teams get in. They're in.
Said it off air, and actually the story we're running today on Channel 4 is this is a big stretch. They lost all 4 of these games last year, starting with the ACC Big Ten Challenge through Iowa State. I think they got to win 2 of the next 3 because I think then you get at least a win over Wisconsin or Michigan State, and then you get a win over Iowa State, who also potentially is a tournament team now that they're getting their guys back. I think you go 0-3. You're going to have to make some hay in the Big Ten, which that's not going to be easy.
No.
I mean, look at Michigan last night. I think Michigan could be the best team in the Big Ten.
But they were projected to be in the bottom half of the Big Ten.
Which is why I think they got to keep it rolling
I
early
know.
because then the pressure mounts after the first of the
Ease
year.
up on the 14th in the nation type of stuff right now. That's just,
right. Because they're still undefeated. They're playing good basketball. They're winning these close games. And now this stretch here with Pitt was a good game. Now Wisconsin, Michigan State, this is a good stretch of games to determine what kind of an Iowa team we're going to be looking at the rest of the year.
And you're home. You got 2 of them at home. I think that's the big thing. You got 2. You got Iowa State and Wisconsin at home. You gotta defend your home court.
If they go into Michigan State 7-0 and they're able to pull some magic here, then we might be looking. They might be the real deal.
Gotcha.
All right.
That was great. Thanks, Rosso.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right, whether you're downtown or uptown, Van's Pizza Pub and Grill has the pizza pies to satisfy your hunger. Check it out tonight. They have Rockstar Bingos starting at 8, downtown Van's location. That's 217 Brady Street. Each bingo is going to win you a free drink, and both locations are going to have $3 25-ounce drafts, $3 cooler shots, and buck-off wings. And don't forget, this Saturday during all of the conference football action, you can stop in either one of the vans for great college football specials, $6 bread nuggets, $6 cheeseburger baskets, $3 16-ounce cans, $4 bombs, $5 domestic mini pitchers, $7 craft mini pitchers, $3 Bloody Marys, and $12 domestic buckets. Check out all their daily specials on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at VansPizza09. Serge, what do you got there, big guy?
Oh, buddy, we got a list here, so try to get through it all here. Will the Thrill is going to be closing out Old Chicago Happy Hour starting at 3. And then again, 10 to close. Come get all the pizza. Chiefs out in Silvis. Laney's working. $2 domestic bottles. Gary and Peter are going to be at Max with $1 wells, $2 domestics, $3 calls, cooler shots, and karaoke starting at 10. Sean and Miranda are going to be at Tap 22 in Silvis. They have $2 off all drafts except their Tap 22 brew, and then half-price appetizers from 3 to 6. Emily and Brienne are going to be downtown Vans, closing it down tonight with $3 mugs and cooler shots and Rockstar Bingo. Len Brown's North Shore Inn in Moline has $2.25 wells and domestics all day long. Phil and Larry's Happy Hour from 3 to 6, $2 bottles and $2.25 wells. Tina till 7, then Eva's closing it down. Kate's going to be over at Gunshies tonight. Come hang out. Liz and Sarah Schlew, a.k.a. FNG, tonight for the Saints versus the Cowboys. $1 slices of Johnny's Pizza, who dat, at Jack's Locust Street Tap. My Place, the pub, is going to have an open jam night tonight at 8 o'clock. Hosting the jam will be Chris Avey, Brian West, and Don Gustafson. Everyone's welcome to bring your instrument, join in some amazing musicians. Come listen, support local live music and locally owned businesses. Johnny G's going to be slinging it hard at 11:17 from 3 to 8. And Andy Gady and I are going to be closing it down. $3 Jack and Jameson's all night long, as well as Greg Wire's Dizzling Intellect. Private happy hour starts at 2:30. Matt Wadlow slinging drinks all night with $2 cans of wells during the game. 50-cent wings start at 6, only at the main event in Bettendorf. And then Emily's going to be at Grumpy's from 2 to 7 this afternoon for happy hour. And then Sammy G closing it down, $2.50 wells and $1 off wines. There you have it.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Rosser, for coming in. You guys have a hassle-free Thursday. We'll see you soon.
Yep, thanks to Snoopy out there. We love you, Quad Cities.
Clint's Drafts House.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. NFL Week 13 kicks off tonight in New Orleans with